Hey everyone, this is Weemit's Plum, and keep it tuned in because we got a awesome mini podcast extravaganza stream coming up. Normally it was going to be the two of us, but Luke wants to join in, so I guess we'll add him on, and hopefully, uh, the mood doesn't get killed tonight, like what happened the last time. So anyway, guys, the BPT mini podcast extravaganza live from May 21st, 2023 begins in just about 30 seconds. And of course, the BPT ident. It starts next. All right, everybody, and welcome everyone to BPT's mini podcast extravaganza for May 21st, 2023. I am Weemit's Plum, and before we begin, just want to let you guys know thank you for enjoying the content that I have here on YouTube. I enjoy doing what I do, and you guys are awesome. So thank you guys. Lots of love, lots of everything. So thank you very much. And also, ladies and gentlemen, we were supposed to do a two-man stream. It was supposed to be, me and Chris Kennedy, which he is standing by. But Luke Jeffers wants to, come in and do the stream, and hopefully we can do a better job and not, killing the mood like what happened on the other BPT mini podcast stream. So we're gonna have him on as well. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Weemit's Plum, and here we go. And joining me, everybody, let's welcome Chris Kennedy. So I'm gonna add him to the stream now.
Thank you so much, Remix. How are you?
I'm doing all right, and so I'm gonna send Luke the link because it was supposed to be a two-man stream. But if I don't add him, he's probably gonna, get nasty. So I might as well add him, and hopefully we can not discuss anything about the whole Windows and Mac thing, like what happened on the second stream, because that's what completely killed the stream. So I'm going to be honest about this, because folks, we all make mistakes in our lives, and we know, that we have our own opinions based on different values. Like I prefer, like on a game system, I prefer Sega over Nintendo, or somebody prefer Xbox over PlayStation, or somebody prefer like Mac over Windows. This is not really the place, to judge people when it comes to, bashing about, things and whatnot. That's certainly not going to be allowed on the stream or here on Brandon Palmy Television, because I do this, because I've been doing this for 13 years, and I enjoyed every 13 years, going through, the ups and downs, that we have here on YouTube. But, I'm happy to do what I do when I get the free time, because this year is going to be extremely busy. I'm currently the president of Whale One, but I'm gonna let my friends know sometime that maybe there'll be a promotion coming. So I won't discuss it on the stream. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, there you go on that. So we're gonna be talking about something really cool tonight here on the stream. This is gonna be the last stream for the month of May.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna do some showdowns on the stream itself. So there you go on that. So want to be clear, and so anyway, we're gonna have a good time tonight, and just talk about random stuff, and hopefully not killing the mood in the process. But anyway, I'm waiting for to because I sent him the link and everything. So go ahead, Chris, and so which go ahead and because I don't want to keep yapping my mouth all the time. But um,
Well,
okay,
if I can say one thing,
yeah, go ahead.
I wanted to let you know, Remix, that Coffee with Chris, my coffee chat podcast, has gotten recently, as of a short time ago, some accolades and just some pleasant mentions. Like I've done 2 shows in the month of May. May 4 was the Star Wars Classic Concentration and Cinco de Mayo show. And then May 11 was Dwayne The Rock Johnson. And I had
Okay.
the pleasure, and there were a few people that were saying you've done such a good job on your shows, and hosting is my calling, and this is your calling. You do such a good job on your shows, Chris. That's what they tell me. That's what they say to me, and I appreciate the people that say that. It's only a small number of people, but I'm grateful for them. And a shout out to you all who've said that. And I actually want to do this as a full-time job, a whole-time job eventually, with the Coffee with Chris, because I'm trying to work on putting it on Roku or Amazon or Hulu or whatever. So that'll hopefully come soon when I'm going to start working on a pitch film, like a presentation, demo tape, as it were. Yeah, definitely a demo reel, which is a demo tape in actuality, which is a demo video file in this day and age that you email to possible investors. So, and I'm going to be setting up my own website, setting up my own platform, setting up everything, all the advertisements. So there it is. That's pretty much it in a nutshell.
Yeah, as I dropped my my keyboard crashing down.
Sorry about that. Okay.
That's all right.
Yeah. Sum it all up. That's what was going on with Coffee with Chris. We've been having some great shows, and we're going to try to do 2 or 3 this coming week. And I also wanted to say that I also host Chris Kennedy's radio show on Mixcloud. I will give the link later once I find it, but it's going to have its own channel very soon. And in this June, I'm going to start hosting Good News.
All right, well, because we all need good news and not bad news and all the other stuff.
I don't want to hear politics person.
No.
With you.
Yeah, you won't find it on this stream, so
I know.
If you want that, go somewhere else.
Go somewhere else. Don't go to either the new Retro Media Vision or Remix Plum Television or Brandon Plumley Television or
BPT.
BPT. Don't
BPT for sure.
BPT or RMV. No.
But anyway, so anyway, ladies and gentlemen, he's been patient to speak. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, the founder of LJPCBM, and he'll be in my showdown streams, perhaps even a Yahtzee showdown stream coming your way when I get the actual dice. And anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to add Luke Jeffers to the stream. So Luke, go ahead and take it away.
Hello, guys, and before I begin, you guys should have waited patiently for me to come on, and shouldn't start the stream without me. So, and secondly, um, it was I was just woke up with a 2 hour nap, and all of a sudden I just heard, the stream was probably on with the duel thing, and then I was supposed to be here for that, and then suddenly it was all there. So yeah, it was a
Well,
huge nap. I was
well, anyway,
wondering.
welcome to the stream.
Thank you.
That's all that matters. But
Yeah.
anyway, we gotta stay focused and the topic for tonight.
Yes.
So,
Ate dinner recently while you guys were doing doing some things, and I was very upset with this what just happened. Yeah, I'll stay
well,
focused.
I,
Cheer up.
I do apologize, and I just want to make sure that the stream, smoother stream than what happened, on the other stream. So I want to at least try to you know keep the show energetic and not other things. But we won't discuss it on the stream.
Yeah.
So we're gonna keep that off the stream for tonight because tonight we're gonna be talking about something really awesome.
Yep.
So stay tuned and so we got that coming on the stream. So, but anyway, ladies and gentlemen, yeah. So there's pretty much all of our introductions,
Mm.
and so anyway, ladies and gentlemen, um, you know, it's been a crazy week.
Mm.
Crazy weekend,
Because weekend,
especially. Uh,
especially my ups and downs weekend for me at least.
yeah,
But this sure will cheer me up.
yeah. And of course was huge as well.
Mm.
uh, and so the era just begun on the brand new logo, and it is doing really well on DeviantArt, and it's on fire. Obviously,
Mm-hmm.
posted two of the photos, and they're both doing exceptionally well.
Yeah.
And so this new look took into effect on Friday
Mm.
with the new redesign and everything, and it looks nicer. And not cramp, and we got rid of the square shape, so we got rid of that entirely,
Mm-hmm.
and now it's in its place of the brand new logo, which started immediately after the holiday season and into the year of 2023.
Yes. Yes.
But yeah, everything of the situation. So yeah, it's exceptional, and and it and again, so the development took about during the holiday season of last year, and we launched it on the 19th of May.
Mm-hmm.
So everything is exceptional,
Mm-hmm.
and can't wait to get back to work tomorrow and see what we have in store for this week, as far as what's are going to be happening and everything, especially gaming, education, and and everything in between. The wild card, which is on Thursdays, and so there you go on that. And
Mm-hmm.
so anyway, I've been working on a presentation.
Mm-hmm.
And we're really gonna revamp the one big thing on the Wheel One going forward is some stuff that you know that you need to know about, especially how the
Mm-hmm.
whole copyright screen's gonna be on the Wheel One side. So
Yeah.
and it's gonna be across everywhere. Wheel One. So
Mm-hmm.
um, about certain things. So that got a major makeover of the whole ending thing. Complete with the music and whatnot, royalty free stuff. And of course, I'll be probably be doing story blocks so I can discover some awesome royalty free stuff like the stomping one that we're using, and it is awesome. It's probably the best um, thing for the IDN and whatnot. So the stomping
Yeah.
music and whatnot, it's totally awesome. I found it on Storyblocks. Um,
And it's got the wind chops in the background.
yeah. Um,
Mhm.
but yeah, so the stomping. But yeah, so yeah, we wanted a complete makeover. Of course, Thursday was the last day. Using the old one. Even though I give some enhancements along, until then. By adding the 20 years on, making the square bigger and
Mhm.
whatnot than the usual size. But yeah, so now everything looks neat and nice, and although with the exception, I did forget to add one thing to the presentation, but I digress. But
Mhm.
in the meantime, but yeah, um, yeah, it was a big night on Friday, and it was just awesome. And this is gonna be the 20 years is gonna be the best year
Yeah.
uh, for us, um, and
Mhm.
everything,
Yeah.
in the 20-year history.
Yeah. It was. Yeah.
So,
It was.
so there you go on that. So yeah, Weir One was a huge success, even though we didn't have anything on
No.
Friday.
No, we did not.
But like I said, maybe we didn't have anything for Friday, but it was huge enough, and that after I got done at 10 o'clock, I immediately posted the logo on DeviantArt, and now it's doing exceptionally well for both of them. Because again, I took the time to make the logo and make everything happen, and this is something that you could have that you couldn't do, nearly 2 decades. Because like I said, back then all you had was just a simple, text that
Yeah.
wasn't really an image. It was just a Microsoft Sans Serif font,
Yeah,
and
I agree.
that's how we started. And so yeah, everything was basic back then. The fonts and whatnot. The logo was font based and not really an image. The weighting thing again, it was just all basic, nothing fancy. Um, but yeah, I mean, it was just as basic as you can get. Because that's what it was, with Office 2000. But apparently, so again, you didn't have all these fancy stuff that you would get today. Making highest quality. Taking the logo and then just putting it on a photo program like GIMP. And then saving it as the highest quality possible. So, but in a nutshell, yeah, Weir One was awesome. The new look, and I want to say thank you to everybody on behalf of us at Weir One. We thank you, and because it means a lot to me because I created this logo, because it's special, and I hope that the dawn of the era will probably stay that way, but only time will tell. But yeah, it's just a huge accomplishment on my part, and yeah, so this is why I've been really busy and everything. So there you guys go on that. So that's pretty much the whole Wheel One thing. So
Okay.
that's that. So so anyway,
I was trying to upload free videos on my main channel, but there you go on that one you said earlier, you know?
Yeah. But anyway. Oh, and one other thing too. We might be doing another original programming, but I can't discuss it because in the new thing in the as I was doing the typing that I can't share any details because that's a rule of thumb, so can't really say anything. But we all doing something might be really special, so.
Gotcha.
So wait and see how that goes, I guess. But there you go. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, uh, yeah. So oh my god, okay, having a brain fault moment here. To talk about
Oh
the next
God,
thing
yeah.
we want to discuss, and that is the showdown videos. So so basically, posted this on the community thing on YouTube, and so it's kind of mixed right in 67% to 33%. So, and like I said, whatever gets voted on, whatever percentage, that's what I'll be doing on the stream. But I do plan on doing both of them anyway. But I just wanted everybody's input on the kind of showdown you guys want to see for the here on the BPT channel.
Okay.
But yeah, so the two choices are the 1986 DOS Wheel of Fortune game, 3 players, and then a 4-player showdown of Wheel of Misfortune from the Tommy dude. I don't know. His name is Tommy. Tommy, I don't know. Tommy Pickles? I don't know. It's probably not
Yeah, I
Tommy
was gonna
Pickles.
say that Tommy Pickles, but or better yet, Tommy Oliver, the late Tommy
Yeah.
Oliver, that is.
Tell me how.
Yeah. But there you go. So, yes, Chris.
No, I was gonna say Tommy Del Lasorda, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, probably him too. Um, but yeah, so at 67%, like I said, this could change by the time the stream ends, so it can change without notice. But yeah, so the 1986 Wheel of Fortune DOS Showdown is at 67, and the 33% for the 4-player. And like I said, I plan on doing both of these, and try to figure out who's going to be the fourth contestant, because that's always going to be a toughie. Because I want to get Billy to be in the showdown. So I know it's a stretch, ladies and gentlemen, but I really want to do the 4-player showdown. Just like what I did. About 5 or 6 years ago. Doing the luckiest wheel 4-player showdown, which was a tons of fun for that stream. 4-player showdown on the Android game called Luckiest Wheel, which I still believe is still available on the Google Play Store. And it was, the most fun game ever. And I know that Luke enjoyed it, being a contestant, even though Leaf Fan 18 kind of creamed us. But yeah, he did really well.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. Sorry, I muted my mic because I was trying to upload something on YouTube. But go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, Leaf Fan 18, creamed us 3. And getting that black thing, with the skeleton.
Yeah.
And it's just like every time you land on that, you lose all your points or your money and whatnot. But landing on the Joker, it means an opportunity for you to to keep guessing and not hit a penalty wedge. But
Not getting
yeah,
anyway.
but yeah, the Joker really does come in handy
Yeah.
when it comes to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and like I said, it can either make you or break you. Really depending on the letters and what kind of cheapo puzzle and whatnot. So it really all depends on the category. You know. Um, so I think what I'll do for each of these showdowns, I'll probably remind the players who are going to be playing in this showdown to look on the YouTube page and whatnot, with the video muted to avoid echoing, and then that way they can see the actual game and actually look at the letters and whatnot, and that
Mhm.
way we can have the game, speed up the game and whatnot. So and for the players who are not playing on the showdown, they can cheer for one of the three of us or even four of us in the
That's all of
Wheel of
us.
Misfortune showdown.
Good game.
Um,
Yeah.
so so I think that's what I'm going to do when we do these showdown videos. That for the players who are going to be playing in the showdown, to open up the YouTube link of the showdown stream, and then mute the video, and then they can pretty much see the game, because trying to screen share it and doing the stream, it really takes a toll on the bandwidth. So
It
so
does.
doing it this way, will make the game enjoyable, and at least giving the players the to win, and rather than getting cheated out, and for them to know what the puzzle is and see what letters have been used, and just doing the whole game. So that's basically that of the showdown. So I'll probably do a reminder to let the players know, uh, you know, for the players who are going to be attending to the showdown, and
Yeah.
to
Me.
to watch the video, and play back on replay, and then they can look at the letters, the letters that are available, as well as the puzzle board, and
Mhm.
making sure they know that and then me have to repeat myself to hear what they said. Because sometimes I have a hard time whether or not they're going to say either an M, or like a B to a P, or making a huge mess. Well, it has nothing to do with the actual game, but
Nothing to do with
um,
it either.
but I think what we're probably going to do, for the accessibility, is to just PM me, and call out the letters, via PM, and then that way I don't actually screw up, and choose the letter that they said, that I
Yeah.
accidentally chose the wrong
Ow.
letter,
Ow.
and then picking up the right letter.
Yeah. Especially if
So
I was maybe easier. And yeah, there's something wrong with my head while you're telling me about some things in the beginning. And I'm like, it was probably my head, it was cracking up from last Friday night, which I don't say much anymore in the stream.
yeah, I
Yeah.
know it's rather disappointing, to have FWL9, to end like that.
Yeah, exactly. Which I don't say in the last stream like it did last stream at all. But it's too much, But it hurts my
Yeah,
head so badly last Friday night.
yeah. Well, um, I know it's like I said, the week's been kind of tough and everything, and but like I said, May's almost over. In about like 11, 12 days from now, and we head
Yeah,
into the summer months where it's gonna get hot and humid and nasty, and
yeah,
where I'm gonna be getting, get me a fan to cool off, especially in this room, because when
you
summer
know,
hits and the AC's not on, And then yeah, I'm gonna have to get a high velocity fan so I can stay cool
My gosh.
for the summer. Because
My
the thing
gosh.
I hate about summer is the humid.
No, I love summer because and winter because
Well,
of
I do
dryness.
too. I do too. It's just not the humid because it's just even when the dew point gets to like 70, then yeah, it's just not really a great idea to go outside in the muddy air. I know Chris can relate to the whole humidity thing
Yeah, I can
for the
Yeah.
vouch.
summer.
I am very. I don't like humidity at all, to be frank with
Yeah, but as I said, I do like summer, but humid is what I don't like
you.
because because like I said, you got to really watch the dew point, not so much of the temperature. When the dew point gets upper 60s and 70s, then you know that it's just unimpressive, and especially if you have breathing problems or you just are sensitive to this kind of thing, then yeah, going out and that dew point is not good for anybody under these circumstances.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
Oh,
and that's why I'm waiting for the fall because fall is my favorite season.
yeah,
Out
when
out of all of
birthday
them,
come out, that is the summer, you know?
yeah. And like I said, June's gonna be a pretty a busy month too. Well, for me and Will and Arcade, but
Um,
we will be launching on June 21st. But yeah, so summer is coming, and heat and humidity and all that crap. As long as there's low humidity, very low humidity, meaning at the dew point in like the 50s, then that to me is perfect. But if it gets hot and
perfect.
humid and sticky, then yeah, it's just not. You just don't even want to be out because you have to be dehydrated, and if you're not, then yeah, you can have a heat
Like
stroke
me.
and a lot of dangers. When there's too much moisture in the air and oppressive dew points, and that's where you look
Even though I
for.
film when I was dehydrated stuff at the time, if you look back at my They're Always Kids Were Gone part sequel, part number 6 movie at the time, I was in Florida, Indiana, Florida, and I was on the beach um with bathing suit on. While mom and I were filming, and I was just showing the audience, and I'm like, this is the moment I've been waiting for. And all of a sudden, I'm just showing everyone on the beach, and yes, I was just showing one my stomach. That was basically it. And then, I was in bathing suit. That was it. And showing everyone on the beach. So I was at the beach, and that was basically it. Because and that was always my skin parts were gone. Well, actually, my part of my skin was gone. My knees is what it is. So
Um,
long story from August 2022.
Wow.
yeah, indeed. But anyway, so yeah, so the showdowns are concerned. Again, Wheel of Fortune, DOS, 1986. Then the Wheel of Misfortune. Then as soon as I get 5 pairs of dice, uh,
Yeah, I see.
we're gonna do the Yahtzee showdown because I have the scoreboard and everything. I just gotta get the dice and literally how we're gonna do it. Either using the dice or try to find the font that simulates the regular dice. And it's all going to be random if I do plan on doing it like this.
Yeah,
So it is going to be randomized, so that way, to keep the game fair and fun for for the showdown experience. So, but yeah,
yes,
so I want to do the Yahtzee showdown. Uh, so I'll let you guys know who's gonna be doing this particular game for game number one. So I don't know yet. But again, I will let you know when that happens, or what I'm gonna do in this situation. Because again, I have the scoreboard ready, have it in Excel. So that's where all the calculations are done. Not gonna use a calculator like what Billy does, in his Memorial Day special. Which, by the way, it turned out to be great, even though Mr. Bucket kind of sabotaged the stream, bits and
Yeah.
pieces.
And speaking of which, folks, yeah, this upcoming May 27th, I will be going to MomoCon because this might be my second time being there. So, and get ready because I'll see my friend Lucas Bradley, aka the career of Fairy Odd Gamer, in person. So, just be looking out for that, and it's gonna be a great experience. So, there you go.
Well, Luke, for the viewers who are watching the stream, want to tell everybody what exactly that con is, that MomoCon?
It's Atlanta, Georgia, and for those of you who don't know about MoCon, I've been there once, folks, because and I want to say it's an actual con. Been located in Atlanta, Georgia. It's a convention center nearby next to State Farm, and I won't be doing State Farm, but it was.
Yeah.
And basically, what it is, it's just I've been there one time, and this has been my second time in let's just say May 27th. And let me tell you, folks, something. I've been the only MoCon experience was this year of May 28th, one month before I turned 22, and that's why I went to meet 3 celebrities, voice actors. Two of them voice actors at the time. The other one's a Muppet performer at the time. One of them has to do with Phil Farmer, the voice of Goofy. And let me tell you, he's a great voice actor, in my opinion, the voice. And he does a great job doing the Goofy movie, House of Mouse. Another great experience at Goofy. And he signed my autograph for my Mr. Rogers Neighborhood notebook that I have prior to I went to my first MomoCon at the time. And that was great. So the next band I met to meet is Jason Morrison. And let me tell you something. When I met him, he was I was so excited to see him. Oh my God! I saw you on the Weekenders in person, and same with Max Goof. Oh my God! I want to see Gray, Phil, and Cav. And I'm like, oh my God, you were amazing. And he said, thank you. When I say things like that, he signed my autograph on my 2-volume set on the Weekenders DVDs that I got in 2013. And he said, later days. And the number one has, you guys see the Chum Bucket, which is a ripoff to Chum Bucket of SpongeBob from Plankton. And yeah.
Hopefully, there's no Mr. Bucket there at that con. That would take it for the absolute worst. If he shows up, lock the doors and don't let him come in.
No, what it is, folks? What it is? Basically, Chum Bucket is basically a rock band in the Weekenders, and Chum Bucket is a food chain in SpongeBob.
Yeah.
And and then he said, "You want to see Phil next?" I'm like, "Yeah," and then unfortunately Phil wasn't there, and so when I went to meet Steve Whitmire, the Muppet performer of Kermit, Ernie, and rarely I see him the voice of Muppet performer of Rizzo at the time, and I signed an autograph. I didn't send him an autograph. Excuse me. He took me a picture. That was basically it, and he asked me. are you from Atlanta? I'm like, no, I'm from Savannah. And he said, oh, Savannah. I'm like, yeah. And I said, and I said, funny thing, a fun fact actually. Over the years, I was a technician and filmmaker over the years. And he's like, wow, really? And I'm like, yeah. And I started forming a comedy that called Elstress Club at the time. He didn't know what Elstress Club about during that time frame because he was supportive with me for my work, you know. You know, and then off I went, you know. And when he said thanks to me, he said I was autistic when I met Jason Marston, and he said, and then people told me to calm people, and then meanwhile, people, I went to meet a couple of cosplayers, followed by some people, one of the pretty lady with a dress with this forest thing. I couldn't remember her name, but I asked her somebody and who took the picture of her, saying, "Is that a Polaroid camera?" And it's a fun fact. My grandfather Craig, my papa, works at Polaroid in the 60s, 50s, early 60s, till around his retirement in the early 80s. And like mid-80s, my dad. I can't remember. But and then Papa's like, and then the mom's like, yeah, my daddy daddy works at the Polaroid Corporation in the old days. And he's like, and they were like, wow, you know. But meanwhile, it was he would be he was Mess, my grandpa, you know, Craig, and I really miss him his day. But back to my Molcom story. They took the picture of her, and soon I got some lunch, and then I went to take some. After that, I was just like, wow, and I got to get home and edit some projects about Saturday afternoon, Sunday. Had to call Remix for a while and didn't know what to do. And felt like I needed to do something, you know? So, and then part of my Sunday was all about editing, you know? Basically it. And that's my MomoCon experience that day. And get ready for Saturday, May 27th. Be there for the second time. I'll meet up with Lucas Bradley, aka Fairy Odd Gamer, and who will be Eeyore in the costume. You know, he's not gonna be Huck. I was gonna meet him as Hux Gamer, who is the serving dog that was wolf, something like that. Or unfortunately, I'm not gonna meet him in person because I'll be home. I'll be coming home from that following Sunday. You know, but I'll assure you to meet you guys at MomoCon May 27th. Be looking up for it, and it's part of our Trip to Car Special Part 34. So yeah, it's gonna be huge. So there you go. I mean, what happened to Remix? Oh god. Anyway, Part 34. Anyway, I meet up with let's say Don Bluth, who else? Oh yeah, you're back with Remix. Okay.
I accidentally went back and I just like went bye bye and then I came back. So apparently okay, there we go. Okay.
There we go.
So well, apparently I went back and everything, and so while you were telling the whole thing, and yeah, it was one of my body parts is like, well, guess what? I'm gonna press this button and take it out of your misery. I'm like, and no, sir, you will not.
Hell yeah, so you will not. Come on, Remix. Stop it.
So I do apologize, guys, but apparently, yeah, I'm just daydreaming, and then all of a sudden, I went backwards, instead of going back forwards and whatnot. Because like I said, I am streaming this on a Android phone. I'm not really doing it on the on the PC side or the Mac side. But like I said, on the Android and iPhone and iPad situation, you can actually do a StreamYard stream on your mobile device as well, not just on the desktop. So, but there you go. So that's how I'm streaming this at the moment.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
So anyway, guys, back to our regularly scheduled program here on BPT, where everything's made up and the points don't matter. That's why it's like jumping off 25 feet and go dive in the water, and then all of a sudden you see, I don't know, 50 other dudes giving you a high five. I don't know.
Yes.
But anyway. So there's that, and like I said, it'll be happening, this week, and so there you go. So hopefully we'll have fun meeting everybody there, and I'm gonna, well, hopefully that someone uploads this to YouTube. See that one dude doing push-ups live at the
Come on.
convention.
Push-ups.
Oh, I am awake. I mean, I'm just saying, okay, do push-ups while you're at the the event.
Yeah, come on.
You
just got me joking me, Reem.
Oh, I know.
That cheer me up a little bit.
And when you do that, you're probably gonna embarrass everybody who's gonna be attending at the event.
God. You're a mess.
Yeah.
You're a mess.
Yeah, I know.
And and surprisingly, I'm gonna meet up with 3 celebrities. Yeah, I was gonna finish it, but anyway. Don Bluth, Greg Leslie, and of course Johnny Jan Bosch,
Oh yeah, he's awesome.
And yeah, that's all the celebrities are gonna meet.
He's awesome. He was in a rock band he did, and he was in the new Power Rangers once, and always, and and he's gonna be in the new Legends of the White Dragon, which will be coming out finally, and he's a cool guy.
Well,
he's so talented, and he was with the band called I Shine. Then the band just dissolved, I guess. But yeah, he's a cool dude. And did you mention Bluth?
I mentioned Bluth because once I go to meet him in person in MomoCon next week, or sometime this next weekend, it's gonna be very exciting because I just want to sign some. I'm not gonna sign, but I'm only gonna take pictures because signing could cost me a lot of money.
Well, yeah, especially at one of those places, where you need to have a lot of money in order to do that. I mean, seeing somebody in person is always awesome. But at the same time, if you don't have the cash, then yeah, it can really kind of ruin your whole experience and kind of ruin your day and kind of bit.
Once I have the, let's say, picture, that will be it. That will be good. But for Greg and Wesley, for the Weekenders, and of course Daphne and Scooby Doo and things like that, and then we list with Clipper the Big Red Dog and Puppy Days. Yes, I'm planning on seeing her in person, but of course Johnny Ron Bosch, as we mentioned.
Yeah, he's cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna meet
and
I'm
you
and the rest of the Power Rangers, past and present, a gift.
Yeah.
Just to
you
Frank,
Oh yeah.
But
Yeah.
Still sad of the past, and still can't get over the fact about what happened.
Yeah, because the thing is, I can't wait for the pictures that me and James did Frank in person to arrive at Walgreens, because they're arriving in the next, let's say, speaking of which, it's coming let's say someone later this week, but I'm giving it to Johnny von Jan Bosch is what he's opening my gift to. The gift I'm giving him from the whole Power Rangers saga 4 years on to let's say sometime around Saturday is when I'm giving him that.
Yeah, because this year, it's huge for Power Rangers, 30th anniversary, and especially in June, where you got the movie, and you also got the video games
Yeah.
uh, of the same thing, and but yeah, so June's gonna be for that year, and of course, my favorite game, I believe, also came out in June.
True, yeah.
But now, Luke, I know you probably mentioned the animator named Don Bluth.
Yeah, which I'm gonna meet Saturday.
Yeah, and of course he's the guy that well, if that's the Bluth, then he's the guy that did those movies in the '80s.
Yeah. And yeah. And if I want to tell you this, he's a guy who's responsible for Dragon's Lair.
Hmm.
If I can show you this now, then I'll tell you more about it.
I'm sure Chris has heard of that game, the Dragon's Lair game. I'm sure Chris has heard of this game.
See.
I don't even know where he is at the moment, but
No idea either.
but anyway, yeah, and he did one of my favorite movies, 1988, which you guys know because I love
I
this
misspelled one
movie.
more wrong, but mom gone.
Um,
Oh well.
yeah,
I did.
uh, yeah, so yeah, 1986, obviously with An American Tail. And then one of my all-time favorite movies by him is The Land Before Time, and that is an instant classic from 1988. And yeah, this November marks the incredible 35th year of the movie. It's awesome. After 35 years, it's still one of my all-time favorite movies ever. And then and then of course he went downhill and made some movies that weren't great, especially Warner Brothers and the last movie, which was the Penguin one in '96, and that was pretty much it. That was the last movie, and then it just vanished and it's gone basically.
Yeah.
I forgot the name of the movie, but it is from '96 and it's one of the last ones. It's by MGM, and yeah, that movie didn't do well.
Ooh, I don't know.
Even the ones he did for Warner Brothers, that didn't do really well too, especially the that Troll one or whatever it's called.
Probably the Central Park.
Yeah, that one. That yeah, nobody likes that movie. Even Warner Brothers hated it.
Yeah, not counting all of these celebrity guests. But I'm showing everyone the average guests.
And as soon as Chris comes back, I'll let him know about the game too. So
I'll be
Yeah.
back. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back.
okay,
I'm right here.
go ahead. Well, go ahead, Luke. Go ahead and continue.
But this is what I'm talking about, Remix. This is the one I'm referring to.
Yeah.
And he's only gonna be appearing this Saturday.
Hmm.
You know.
Well, like I said, he is an icon for sure. And then
Yeah.
in the '96, it was just the last movie, and it came his downfall, I guess.
His downfall. I was only one because that was the time where it needs to be when it had been worked on. The next player I want to meet, or which I mentioned, is John Bosch.
Mm-hmm.
There is some celebrities besides from him, and Greg Leslie that I had to meet. There's a lot of people like Brad McGinnis, Ray Chase, Greg Baldwin, Sigwon Joe, Janet Varney, Robbie Daywit, ones like that. There's a lot of hard celebrities that I had to choose from for animation. You know.
Yeah, and Johnny on Bosch, is also does voice acting and a lot of cartoons and anime stuff.
When I clicked on him, he's gonna be available Friday and Saturday because after Power Rangers, yeah, I think you're right about this. His first major acting role was Bosch the Stampede, and um, whatever, I can't pronounce his name, and I'm not gonna say it on the stream, but that's just me. He also did some series in anime,
Mm-hmm. And cartoons.
Yeah, that cartoon as well. Yep, Transformers is one of them.
Mm.
In the movies. The video games that is. And
Yeah, and he also did stuff in video games too.
hmm But yeah, that's just a lot of people. I'm not counting all of them, but you know.
Well, again, I'm sure it's gonna be a fun event, and it's gonna be magic time, magic opportunity to see them and whatnot. So it's gonna be fun filled. And while you're at the event, I'm gonna be busy as always, with inventing the wheel and everything, like I always do. Um, but yeah, so
Yeah,
so that's pretty much everything on the whole thing, and
it's gonna be just a 1 day remix because once I get back, I'll call you on Discord. But
yeah. Yeah, so, but anyway, yeah, so as we mentioned earlier, I'm sure Chris has heard of the arcade game Dragon's Lair.
Ah, thank you.
Yeah, one of those games by Don Bluth.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, not only he made that, but he made those movies in the '80s, especially in '86 with American Tail, like I said, and then one of my favorite movies, which will be turning 35 this year, I believe, if my calculations are correct, 35, and that is the Land Before Time, the one that started it all in November 1988.
Yeah, 35, correct.
So, but like I said, there's a lot of games that are going to be turning 35 and whatnot, especially like Chris mentioned. Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link, that came out, I believe, in December of '88. And then you got one of my favorite arcade conversions from the arcade classic from 1986, the NES version of Bubble Bobble that came out in November of '88.
Yeah, that's good.
And that game is awesome. It's one of the best arcade ports ever. And of course, the Game Gear one is good. The Master System is awesome, even though we didn't get it here. I think we did. I don't know.
Yeah.
The Game Boy one is a bit different.
Yeah.
'Cause it's developed by I believe Natsumi. Um, but yeah, so the NES version is probably the one that still stands the test of time, and why this is such a great game, and why it's one of my favorite games on the system.
Yeah.
That'd be turning 35 as well. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, a lot of great games that are going to be 35, obviously.
Obviously, yeah, because the thing is, it's going to be a great year from 2023 to 1988. That's 45. And for me,
Yeah,
in the late for the 2000s kid never saw some 1988 movies until now.
Well, and that's like I said, the Land Before Time really does stand the test of time because not only, it's a fantastic movie and has great story, but also the amazing soundtrack by James Horner. And I know Luke likes the other one, but I say that this is his finest work, his finest score.
Yeah, back to
Because I just love the soundtrack to this movie. It's
that
amazing.
movie and The Grinch, the 2000 movie, is one of my favorites because at that time Grinch was, and they're coming out with a sequel, by the way, about James Horner, by the way.
Well, yeah, I mean it's sad, die in a plane crash.
Yeah, and Jim Carrey's about to be returning in the sequel. Fun fact,
Yeah.
'cause I love Jim Carrey. He's hilarious.
Yeah, but like I said, so Luke with the Grinch and me with the Land Before Time because Land Before Time is awesome, especially the soundtrack. The soundtrack is amazing, and every time I hear the end credits, it gives me goosebumps. But yeah, it's awesome, to hear it because this is one of the albums where you couldn't even find on a CD because I believe it came out on like compact disc, vinyl, and cassette tape, and trying to find the actual copy from '89 is just impossible to get. Or even worse, paying a lot, to get the soundtrack on either one of the three.
Unless you buy a special edition copy, you'll get it.
And I was lucky enough, in 2018 when they celebrated the 30th anniversary, that they had it available for the first time on Amazon, and I just bought the soundtrack, and I'm glad I did because this is an amazing soundtrack, and it's one of my favorite soundtracks, and of course, The Land Before Time is such a awesome movie, and I really enjoy it. So, and of course, 1982 is also, the 40th anniversary of a Jim Henson classic that I know not a lot of people have heard or seen, but I think this is a great movie. I know it didn't do as well as like E.T., but this is such a great movie, and I enjoy it. And it came out in 1982, and it's a great movie.
Dark Crystal.
Yep, and that's the name of it, the Dark Crystal. Such a great movie from '82. I know people would probably like Labyrinth and whatnot from '86, but like I said, the detail, and I do love fantasy films. I really enjoy watching action fantasy films because that's what because it gets exciting and never gets dull and everything, and that you're in for a real treat. So that's why I like cartoons that have fantasy violence in them. Because it makes sense and you get into the action and you enjoy it. The edge of your seat, and that's what makes it fun to watch. With fantasy. So I do enjoy fantasy movies a lot, and that's exactly what happened in '82. Such a great movie. So, and that movie turns 40th anniversary.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, it's 2023, so it'll be 41, but it's still the 40th anniversary. The last time I checked in my brain.
Yeah.
Even though my brain's gonna be mushy by the time I hit 35, but I digress.
Remax.
Yeah.
I'm smarter than you are, Remax.
Well, no, I mean, I am too, especially with, creating the logger and stuff for Wheel One. So I mean, that's that.
Yeah, because at the time you like you said, you said it's mushy and everything. Well, my brain is smart. brain, you know.
Well, I mean, I am too. I mean, I'm just saying that, for a fun fact. But
Like modifications, for example, and other things, and of course making content and other things.
yeah, and and me with the whole entertainment thing. So,
Same here.
but anyway, so moving on from that. So again, it's gonna be a busy week. And okay, I got a notification from Facebook. Like, okay, well, thank you for notifying me about that one going live. But I'm live too, so there you go. I know we all can't be at the same time together. The
No,
three of us and whatnot. So
even though I told you earlier about what
uh,
happened, and I'm not going to talk about it on the stream, but there's just too much.
yeah. So anyway, so we should move on from the other stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm sure Chris Kennedy's enjoying the stream.
Yeah. I see. Yeah.
And discussing about the coffee with Chris
Yeah.
that he talked about.
Yeah. Coffee Chris. Yeah. I forgot about
And
Coffee Chris. I haven't seen that in like 2 years.
and still going to be the co-host of Take It Live, and has the co-host duties. Um, and for him possibly being in the future showdown streams coming too.
Yeah.
So that'd be fun.
While I was gone and other things, I was just like spending time at Ambox bowling, and all of a sudden, I made a huge comeback with Ambox, and it was 97 to 448 points.
Wow.
It was like amazing while I was doing bowling yesterday, and that was very exciting. So there you go.
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
It was great. It was great. This is like
So
what it was, but it's just right now I just really like it.
yeah. So we don't know where Chris is, but yeah. So coffee with Chris and everything that he talked about.
I'm with you.
Okay, there you are.
I'm in the next room. I can hear
Okay.
what's going on and see. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. It's all good.
It's just that I'm not feeling well. I've been working very
Hope you
hard.
feel better, Chris.
Thank you. I've been just working very hard this week, these last 3 weekends.
Yeah, I know it's not fun being sick.
Yeah, it's like with the show and also with my job.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I get the feeling too. That's pretty much how I feel.
Yeah.
Especially me taking a 7-day vacation, which I'm glad I did. Get my mind off of and play nothing but games. But
I have to do that. Might have to take a 7 or 8 day vacation.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, because like I said, it's just too much.
Yeah, too much, Chris.
Yeah, maybe working is too much. Yeah, because I work like all weekend and all that stuff. Which is very
yes.
I mean, I like doing like I said. If I could do the shows full time, then I'd be good.
Mm-hmm.
You're fine.
Yeah. But yeah, so 2024, as you guys know, which is next year. That also means a lot of video games in the 1994. This is one of my favorite things to talk about but especially on my YouTube channel, I like to discuss about games and whatnot. Especially everything that really happened in 1994. 94 was such a year. Where there's been a lot of missed opportunities and a lot of great opportunities for video games.
Absolutely.
And everything in between. And so 94 was pretty much everything. What gamers really wanted. In 1994, when my phone's getting really hot.
Mine too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like an easy bake oven without the oven.
Exactly. For an
Yeah.
iPhone.
This was a computer though. It wasn't high at all.
Oh God.
Yeah. Oh crap.
Yeah.
I gotta make sure I don't accidentally play a song on Spotify. I'm trying to adjust the brightness because that's what's probably why the battery's getting why it's decreasing and everything.
Yeah.
But I want to be careful so I don't accidentally play Spotify in the background.
Yeah, you
Hell, I
don't.
should have done something about that before the stream.
No.
Yeah.
And before the stream, I won't talk about it on the stream, but it was too much,
Yeah, I know. But anyway, so a lot of video games are going to be turning 30. And the 94 was pretty much the ultimate year of video games.
Cool.
You had sequels to the existing ones like Sonic the Hedgehog, obviously. And then also 94 was such a remarkable year. For Donkey Kong Country, by Rare and Nintendo, and an awesome game on the SNES. And taking advantage of the amazing graphics and whatnot, and the animation, the music, especially in the water level, and you get to hear that nice, calming, relaxing music on that game. And yeah, the game has some excellent soundtrack too, just like its counterpart on the Game Boy that came out in '95.
Yeah, 95, yeah.
And it's one of the best games on the Game Boy. It's just an awesome game, '95. But yeah, so 94 was an exceptional year for video games.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And yes, and also in 1994, yes, NES games were still being made. And we still can't believe over the fact that, like I said, this year's going to be 29, obviously, for these games. But next year will be the 30th anniversary of certain game classics, of each of them.
Okay.
So, where's my phone? I got a dial this number like, where's my phone? And I'm gonna type in 1-800, where's my phone?
Oh God, you killing me, Remix.
No, I know. It's like, what's the phone number to Domino's Pizza? I don't know.
Oh God. Yeah, not Ben. Yeah. After this now.
That was so good when I was last week.
Yeah, I might actually get something from Domino's probably next month. Probably the pasta one, because I do like the pastas.
Gotcha.
But if only we had Papa John's here, I would want to try the Papadilla.
Papadilla.
But the only Papa John's is it's about 12, 15 miles from here. And I don't want to. Well, like I said, the speed limit 65 miles an hour. So I mean, I don't know about that, but boom, boom. But and the other places, the 55. But here it's 65 because you in a freeway.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, especially the papadilla with the cool the Doritos Cool Ranch flavor, because that is my number two favorite Doritos flavored tortilla chips, and I even listed them in the Vlog Weekly's top 10 for Doritos flavors,
Oh, yeah. Mhm.
That's
which
good.
I know Luke saw the top 10 of the Doritos.
Yeah, I heard about these. Yeah, I know. Mhm.
Nice.
But yeah, so it's a papadilla with the Doritos Cool Ranch.
Mm, nice.
Oh God, yeah, it's 20% chance of rain at 8 p.m. tonight. Yeah.
And not only that, a 69% chance of falling bananas.
No, seriously.
Oh
Um,
yes, I know, Luke. I know you're serious because you don't like the Wayne, and and well, like I said, we won't get into the
Got
matter of subject.
excited.
But yeah, yes, Chris Rod.
I got excited when I see you said falling bananas. Oh, how awesome! Woohoo!
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, if it's like cloudy with a chance of meatballs, then yeah, you really screwed. But
Actually,
you got fallen meatballs in the cloud, and then next thing you know, you got a meatball that crashes into the window.
well, sure. Yeah.
oh,
And then the window smashes and like, oh my god, this meatball just destroyed this window. Now what am I gonna do? I'm screwed.
Um,
gonna make meatball soup from.
anyway.
Yeah,
Anyway,
yeah. Go ahead, Luke. I'm
okay.
sorry. I'm just having fun here.
Yeah, 20% chance of rain, 70 degrees Fahrenheit, 8 p.m. tonight.
Hmm. Okay.
It was probably the worst thing can happen tonight at this
Yeah,
point.
I know.
It'll be gone by 9 p.m. tonight, you know?
Yeah. Well, like I said, I understand, um, yeah. So I don't know what I was saying, but yeah.
Friday, you know?
Well, yeah, and hopefully, hopefully it don't have an impact on when you go to that event.
Well, let me check the weather on Atlanta.
Hmm.
Let's see. The weather says it's going to be. Oh my God, rain! I knew it. 4% chance of rain.
Well,
Mm.
yeah,
But
I guess you can give the Mother Nature a middle finger then,
yeah, but we'll.
because all she's been doing is being bipolar and don't even know what she wants to do with the weather, like hot and cold, hot and cold, hot and cold. She can't make up her mind, and now, oh, we're gonna add frost. We're like, oh, we're gonna add rain. We're gonna add thunder. We're gonna. She just cannot make up her mind of what she wants to do, especially they screw up the ozone so much.
Wow, wow, wow,
Yeah.
It's just
wow.
crazy.
It's just crazy. Yeah, yeah. But seriously, yeah. I just it's it's gonna be rain from in Savannah from today through Thursday, and I'm gonna be fried because I'm going to be going to a high school graduation ceremony / party on Wednesday, and
Mm.
the whole 80% chance of rain Monday and Wednesday, especially 9% chance of rain Tuesday. And let me tell you something, it will be scary.
For where I'm at, it's supposed to be like sunny and everything. It's not supposed to be cloudy and whatnot. I don't know. It's just
What?
like I said, weather pattern changes all the time, and you just never know what she's gonna end up doing. And it's just like we all gotta give her the middle finger because I don't know. We don't understand what she's doing. To make you know weather patterns like that. So I just simply have no idea. But it's just crazy.
Yeah, you're a mess.
Oh, I know I am certified 34 times. And if you have an umbrella, well, watch out for falling meatballs in the clouds.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
You know, and if somebody floats out in your window, oh boy, yeah, someone's gonna get the hammer.
Someone get the hammer, yeah.
um,
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much. You know?
yeah, and it's like it's your fault that you broke my window. You know, don't try to change the subject. And brainwash other people.
Yeah,
Um,
it's you know,
you get to nowhere.
Wednesday is supposed to be a great sunny day, but it was terrible outside when I want to go see the guns again for the first time in many years in my life.
Yeah.
I couldn't take it anymore, but it's pouring down rain and it's too much, but I want to say it in the stream, but it'll be terrifying. But I will say this, okay? Come June 28th, there will be it'll be a special marathon about my birthday because it'll be a premiere event. So starting from 9 p.m. I mean 9 a.m. Excuse me. Why would we do it too late? No.
9 p.m. I think everybody would be in bed, Luke, at 9 p.m. or 10 p.m.
No, actually, from 9 a.m. starting with its COVID-19 pandemic torn up massive time, which I torn up the mask and ripped it all apart, to around 10 p.m.
Mm.
That's all going to be happening during this marathon on my 28th birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like I said, June's gonna be extremely busy. So
Same
Yeah.
with mine. Because
well, yeah, for you. I mean,
but also RTC trip, and also my brother's birthday, Maddie's birthday, my nephew Drew's birthday, my birthday, stuff like that.
yeah, and not only that, I mean, and like I said, I believe there was like one or two games that came out in June. Well, I mean, besides the Power Rangers, the movie, the video game,
Yeah.
which the Game Boy version's not that great, and the Game Gear one, I don't know, it's pretty much I don't know, but the one that I like the most is the Sega Genesis version. But Super Nintendo one is not that bad either. So I
Oh,
supposed the movie on June 30th. The video game came out on the SNES first in June, and then July '95 on the Genesis.
oh, and speaking of June, I forgot one more thing. There were two doctor's appointments I have to attend. One June
And
28th and the other one June 27th because it's very important to me to go, and I would
yeah,
I have to go. But it's gonna be important my brain and my body. EEG tests are important. That made me feel better.
well, yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, I can't really complain, but.
Excuse me.
But yeah, I think I hear Simon's outside. I don't know what's going on. But anyway,
Anyway, yeah.
well, anyway, well, Luke, you're not gonna be alone, of getting Wayne because we're gonna get Wayne on Wednesday, about 84%. So I'll be joining in the fun, I guess.
That's fine. Yeah.
So I'm not out of the woods. I mean, it's gonna happen.
Yeah, which I will be here with you on the talks on Wednesday, starting at around 12:39, or it's maybe 12 or lunchtime because I'll be celebrating Sierra's high school graduation that day.
Yeah, and then well, and again, I'll be busy as usual, and with creativity and everything,
Mhm.
but all that jazz.
Yeah, it's gonna be a great high school graduation. and it'll be starting in the rain, but mostly be much better than it was in a sunny day in my high school graduation. In 2013, it's not gonna be much better, but it be two one of those things. Difficult weather.
Yeah, and I would just imagine you Luke, sitting there, singing quietly, Wayne, Wayne, go away, go pester the other states, and leave me alone.
God remix and speaking of
Well,
which,
hey, you never know. I mean,
and speaking of which, guys, yeah, 2013, yeah,
I
it's about
could imagine these things for you in your head. I mean, come on.
come on, dude.
I mean, you don't want to see a bunch of grad students, foreign I don't know, either pies in your pants or throwing meatballs at you, or even the trampoline bouncing double there where you fall on your tush.
What? No, no, no. I wasn't a grad student this year. Somebody else would. No.
Oh. Well, you see, look, at least I got you laughing on the whole trampoline bounce thing.
It was one of my friends from high school, little sister Sierra is gonna be graduating this year.
Yeah, it'll be the blue team versus the red team. Who can grab the flag without falling on their tush?
What?
And whoever does fall on their tush ends up losing, and the other team gets the points. I don't know.
Something like that.
Oh God, remix. Yeah,
Fine.
you're a mess. You're a mess.
Oh, I know. Well, that's what this stream's all about, and I gotta do it. I gotta, unleash my wild side of creativity. Being a mess is
That's
something
like
I have to do. For this final BPT mini podcast of for the month of May. So I gotta let it all out, and that's why I thought about the trampoline bounce.
see, it was hilarious. When he said this whole hilarity jokes, say Ray, go away, pestering Kate.
Yeah,
Jeez, how would that go work, man?
that'd be a highlight, and as well as the fall in the tush. And also, when Mr. Bucket tries to sabotage Billy's Memorial Day stream, and he kind of, pretty much threw him outside and pretty much destroyed him after the stream was over.
Oh
He used
God.
a sledgehammer.
If I
Um,
was Billy, I have no idea what to say of you, Remix. Yeah, I'm not.
yeah. Well, we gotta give him credit, for at least, trying his best on the Wii U version of Jeopardy, and knowing some of the stuff about, Paul Simon and the pop thing. Because without me, I don't think that he probably would get those answers,
Yeah,
without me.
yeah.
Especially Sunshine on My Shoulders, which I knew it was John Denver. I'm like, dude, it's John Denver. I know this. And that was his number one hit in 1974. I know this, Billy. Come on. Take it from me.
John
Yeah.
Denver, for God's sakes. Anyway.
Yeah, for crying out loud, yeah.
But, and it's just, for excuse me. For some reason, it's just, I don't want to say here. I have things to do. And
yeah.
Billy's stream during the Memorial Day stream / Morning S5 1989's birthday stream. He did for with me and Remix. I was just like, oh my God, this stream is gonna get
something else.
Something else, yeah, because you see, it's 3.5 hours long, like the last two live streams.
Well, and like I said, there wasn't no FWL that day, so that's why Billy was able to do it.
I feel much better in the 2 live streams than it was and this live stream than it was in the FWL episode 390 and the last May podcast Extravaganza stream. That's what it was.
Well, and the only thing Billy should do when he does his 4th of July, he needs to do push-ups live on his YouTube channel.
You know, he's coming out with a Father's Day live stream this year. And the only problem is it'll be on June 18th. Like, dude, I gotta spend Father's Day with my father. Nah.
I'll try to do a live stream in the kitchen where he cooks. Oh, I don't know, like a hot dog or something like that. That's easy for him, and he doesn't have to use the knife, to cut his finger. Or try to do something simple and not have those smoke alarms go off and kind of ruin the whole stream and and for everybody in the chat room to freak out like, oh my god, that stupid alarm thing. I mean,
no, he's doing game segments, but he's doing a Father's Day stream. But the problem is, like I said, it's gonna be on June 18th. Like, dude, seriously, I gotta spend time with my father rather than do a stream.
Well, I'm sure he'll understand, and and because like I said, I'm gonna be around busting his butt while you celebrate, Father's Day and everything, and try to come up with something kooky and clever.
Yeah, you and Billy do that because I
can be a mess for him because I've done too much for you.
Yes, but once you get done, because things are gonna be very tough in between those May podcast Extravaganza streams for June.
Well, I don't know if I'm gonna probably do any in June. We'll wait and see if what comes up, because like I said, gonna want to do the showdown streams and everything, because at least that'll be the exciting part of the YouTube channel, is doing the whole showdown thing.
Yeah. But not
and doing
on the 28th, because if you do it on the 28th, that probably
no.
My real birthday. Nora's
well,
I'm not gonna do much on the shrimp bowl that day. If we're gonna do a mini podcast stream that day,
no,
because I have things to do on that shrimp bowl that day.
Well, like I said, I'm probably gonna be doing work because there probably won't be a stream whatsoever because I'm gonna be doing the stuff that I gotta do for the big responsibilities coming up in this promotion. But it's gonna be complicated, but I'm sure I can handle it, because I've already accepted this promotion.
Yeah.
But
it's gonna be a great promotion. And the fact that Remix, Billy is going to come up with his 29th, 40th, and it's going to be way too early to do these two birthday streams. The 30th birthday stream and the Bob Barker 100th birthday stream.
Well, if he makes it to 100, I mean.
Yeah. For Bob Barker, because I was just trying to do a book review of Priceless Memories, but I couldn't because I was trying to finish up Priceless Memories before he turns 100. If he makes it to 100, like you said,
Well, yeah, because Betty White almost made it to 100, and she passed away in December.
And then, when I did bedtime stories last episode, April made it to 100, especially George Burns before he passed away at 100.
Look at Olivia D. Holland or whatever. She made it to 100.
Yeah, especially Arnold Spielberg, Steven Spielberg's father. He died at 101.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy,
Yeah, it is. I mean, but like I said, there'll probably nothing on Wednesday, on the 28th, because like I said, I'll be, doing, presentation, but
not from the 20th
Well,
because
and I know that it's a disappointment, from the subscribers. But like I said, just just you wait because there'll be something coming down the road, on
yeah,
the channel. Especially with
so,
the Yahtzee showdown and a bunch of other stuff.
yeah, but as for the mini podcast streams, not gonna happen until further notice.
I don't know yet because I haven't really made up my mind. So I don't know. I don't want to say anything. But I will keep everybody posted on that. So.
Yeah, you'll keep it posted, but
Um, but but what I really want to do, as soon as I get the game on Xbox, the Wheel and Jeopardy, because I was telling Billy about it, and I don't think he really cares about me getting that game, because at least he's not pestering me.
I wasn't
But
pestering
but I
anymore.
do
That's
want
a good
to,
thing.
but I do want to get the game on Xbox, and because what I want to do is get a external SSD, just like a simple SSD, and it can be the Walmart brand, don't really matter.
Yeah,
And then just plug it into the Xbox, and then format it as NTFS, and then use it, to record the gameplay directly from the console. And then all I gotta do is, when I get in, to the game, because you have to make sure you do this way, because there is no way that you can really edit if you make a mistake. But if you do make a mistake, then you have to save it onto the SSD, and then put it on like a Mac or a PC to to edit the video, and clip the stuff that you don't want in the final video.
yeah.
Because I have my Xbox controller set up, when I hit the share button, it immediately starts recording the game. And doing it on a SSD, I get like an hour's worth, well, probably 1 hour of game footage.
It'll be perfect when it comes to streaming.
And yeah, I'll probably be streaming that too. Because now that I have a link to Twitch, so just a possibility. I'll do the stream of that game, and that way everybody can see it live, and they can join in a chat room and watch me suffer against two idiots.
Yeah,
Computer players, not not the two humans. I mean the two computer AI idiots. It's like I'm surrounded by two idiots. I'm like, what? It's like what planet am I from? Am I in the right studio? Is this supposed to be like Jeopardy? I don't know. But
Smoke Jeopardy, especially. Yeah, I'm not saying the stream anymore, but it has to do with the girl who said the whole planet joke.
yeah. So like I said, when I get the game, I'll do recording of it. But I'm gonna have to get the SSD so I can save it to the SSD and not from the Xbox. Because like I said, it can record 720 or 1080. And if the game has 60 frames per second, then it will capture at 60 frames. Because it saves it as an MP4, and once you get done recording, then you just, and then you save it on the SSD, and then you can put it on whatever machine, PC, Mac, or whatever, and upload the video. Because it's so simple to record a gameplay on the Xbox, especially the Series S that I have, which is an amazing game console for $300. It's awesome, and the controller is great. It'll be even better with Game Pass, especially Game Pass Ultimate. So you get to play, the games and everything. And you do get discounts on the games that are on Game Pass, so you take advantage of that.
Okay.
And yes, I did buy Sonic Mania on the Xbox. That's how you guys saw those Sonic Mania clips.
Yeah.
Because I bought Well, because like I said, Sonic Mania was on sale on the Microsoft Store. Normally it costs $20, but I got it for 10, and now I have it on both Xbox and the Switch. And unlike the Switch version, where I'm only allowed to record 30 seconds, this one I can record 10 minutes on the Xbox and an hour on the SSD. So I get to record, longer video than before.
Wow.
And yeah, there's still a lot of games I want to get on the Xbox system. There's just there's just so many. I am gonna get that Ninja Turtles Power Bundle collection. I really want to get that game, and that way I can play one of my favorite Turtles games. I'm sure Kristen would agree, and that's the TMNT Fall of the Foot Clan on the Nintendo Game Boy.
Wow.
And I don't know where Chris went, but yeah, I mean, I'm sure he can agree with me about Fall of the Foot Clan. It's an awesome game.
We make some here.
Okay. Yeah, I was talking about the TMNT Cow Bonder collection.
I like that
game. Especially for again Fall of the Foot Clan from 1990. And that and I would say that that game is a bit on the easy side, but it does have challenge, but it is on the easy side.
Yeah.
If you don't get hit a lot by the Foot Clan or any other enemies.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's why I prefer that game over the NES one, because the NES one is notorious for being difficult and everything. And what else? Oh yeah, and of course too many flickering when there's too many sprites happen, because the NES had that limitation, showing all those sprites.
Oh, and good news for all this Foo Fighters heavy metal fans out there. Let's welcome our new member of the band, Foo Fighters, Josh Freese.
Okay.
Yeah.
He was a member of Guns N' Roses, and of course Nine Inch Nails, and so many other bands. He's now gonna be a drummer of Foo Fighters, succeeding the late Taylor Hawkins, who recently passed away last year, March 25th.
Anyway. Yeah, I heard. So it's Josh Freese.
Yeah.
The session drummer.
Yeah.
Yeah, he believe it or not, Luke, he was actually not only. Well, first of all, I'm happy that he's gonna be the drummer, and second, not only he did the drums for those for those bands, he also appeared on a Three Doors Down album, that one album from 2002, which turns it was the 20th anniversary last year. And he was actually in for that one studio album in 2002 called Away from the Sun. And so he and it says on the personnel, and it lists him as the drummer, and he and only for that album until he got replaced in 2005, and then being replaced again in 2008. But yeah, he once did the session drums for my favorite rock band, and I still don't know when they're gonna come out with a new record. Hopefully sometime, because they really need to do something. But anyway, yeah. So that's awesome. For Foo Fighters.
Yeah, because I heard about my brother and friend Christopher Cougar. I'm like, wow, it's exciting.
And I do enjoy the song "Learn to Fly."
Yeah,
That's an awesome song. Um,
Remix.
yeah. Yes, Chris.
Sorry.
It's all right.
Something right.
What were you gonna say?
I will come back right to the screen. I will get back. I will be back right to the screen shortly. I just
Yeah.
have to take a call real quick.
All right. Well, take your time.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Thank you so much. I'll be back.
All right.
You got it.
Yeah.
Oh crap! I thought I was in a book, but oh god. Okay. All right. We'll have Chris Handy joining us. So instead of the Three Stooges, it's the two handsome men on the planet Earth. One from New York and one from Georgia. So NYGA, New York, Georgia.
That'd be the joke.
Excuse me. You know. Well, like I said, it used to be in the Warcast, but that's dead.
Yeah.
Yep. So, anyway, Chris will be coming back, and while he does come back, what do I want to say? Oh yes, Super Mario Brothers movie is out on digital,
Yep.
across major platforms and whatnot. I bought it on I believe a Tuesday morning. I don't know. Jeez. Well, let's just say that I bought it on that morning on May 16th when it came out, and then I went on iTunes. I'm like, yay, the movie, and then it said $29.99 buy. I'm like, click, and then boom, I got it in the library. Yeah, so got the Super Mario Brothers movie, and it's a fun experience. Way better than the '93 one. Yes, Luke.
Glad I saw it in theaters, by the way.
Yeah. So while I have it on digital, Luke is still waiting, obviously, for when they're gonna announce the Blu-ray 4K Blu-ray release of the movie. Hopefully, not too long.
Hopefully not too long, because they keep saying December 31st, 2023. Like, dude, they need to stop doing that. They need to release it.
Of the crap, yeah, I know.
2024. Like, come on, man. I need to have this on copy, man.
So, but yeah, and I can tell you guys this too, ladies and gentlemen. The video I did on the YouTube where I pre-ordered the movie is now at 700 views currently on YouTube. So thank you, everybody who watched it. I never knew it would get that high, 700.
Just me to make you purchase it.
Well, yeah, and and yes, and now I have the movie, so yay! But yeah, so 700 views and everything, so that's awesome. So thank you guys. Again, it's awesome. Probably going to be my most watched of 2023. Who knows? But yeah, and it's probably going to still climb and climb and climb until it loses steam and ends up falling in a cliff in a mountain, and then it falls to the doom. I don't know. Yeah. And then you fall into a lava pit, and you be toasted into a barbecue, and you be barbecued.
When I saw some videos from Sonic Mania videos, one of the videos as you mentioned earlier, yeah, one of the comments I wrote was, "You wasted time here, buddy."
Yeah, and I said no worries. I'm and I don't remember what I commented, what I said on the comment, but it's like, yeah, don't worry. I'm just killing baddies. Yeah, so yeah, because like I said, that's when I got when I bought the game on the Microsoft Store because it was on sale for $10. And now I'm so happy to own it on Xbox. So now I have the Switch version and the Xbox version, so quite happy about that. And yeah, and that one video is doing really well. It's at 180 right now. It's it's called Way's 15 Seconds of Fame.
It's now at 191 views called Ray's BPT. It's almost at
Second.
200.
Well, yeah, that's good. Yeah, because in one of the Sonic Mania video, that little spear ball, that little orange thing, I kind of killed Notros by accident. And I did this, while Billy was streaming the Memorial Day special. I'm like, oh my god, I just killed Notros, and I'm like, oh god, and I felt ashamed.
I was
Like, what is wrong with?
wow.
It's like, what is wrong with Way the Squirrel? Why would you do this? Why would you?
Oh, yeah. For some reason, I thought it has blood on it, but no, it was just like
No. There's no blood in it. But that was fun. I tell you, it's just insane. It's just like, oh my god! And if Sonic would do that, oh my god, I think Sonic's gonna have a really bad nightmare.
YTP video or something like that where it comes with it, and it's like, oh no, I'm killing Knuckles for real this time.
Yeah. So it was fun, and so again, as soon as I get the game at the We're in Jeopardy game, I will. Well, like I said, I'll have to get an SSD first, so I won't be able to record anything. But once I do get the SSD, then all I gotta do is just again record it directly to the SSD. And then just record the gameplay, and if the stuff I have to edit out, then I'll just use whatever computer that I have turned on and everything, and just do it and get that out of the way, and then send it straight to YouTube, so for the fine subscribers to see. And I'll probably get some achievements when I do play either one of those games. Now, Jeopardy's going to be a bit tricky because, like I said, I'm going to do the family mode. I'm not going to even bother doing the original because I want to do the family mode because I feel like that, it's like Jeopardy Junior Edition on the NES.
Because it's going to be like Wrong Answers Edition,
Well, yeah, there'd be a possibility I'll be doing the One Answers edition of Jeopardy. The 80s, the 88 one, the 89, and the 89 one, I don't know, because like I said, the Junior edition is, have some questions easy and whatnot. But I'll consider doing that.
For example,
the One Answers edition. Like I'm gonna say, what is Piggy? And like, incorrect.
You should do a Wrong Answers edition of two things. One, the Super Jeopardy, and two, the 25th anniversary edition of Jeopardy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see about that. I mean, have to figure that out. But yeah. So Luke.
Yes. We'll see what happens.
So anyway, I'm gonna put down my response. What is Piggy? And I'm gonna be like, incorrect. You earn I don't know $100, and then it gives you the real answer, the real right answer. But yeah, it's like, okay, for $500, the answer is this, and then you'll be like coming something funny, I don't know. It's well, let's just say, for example, game shows, right? So game shows for 500, and the answer is come on down, and then I'm gonna put in a real funny answer like, what is The Price is Right 2? You doof, I don't know. And or should I say The Price is Right 2? Don't lose your marbles or don't lose your money for that sort of thing. Or for like $400. Like, okay, for $400, here's the clue. Hollywood Squares is based on this popular game that you use on paper and pen, and you'd be like, what is Tic Tac Totally Ticky? I don't know. But, or card games. Or I'll take card games for $100, and then and then you'd be like, okay, then here comes the clue, and then it says players do this to not exceed to go over 21, and I'll be like, okay, well, what is 21 years of I don't know, 21 years of something, and then you get it wrong, and then you screw up and everything. Yeah.
God.
Oh, I know. I know, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I think Luke's laughing, folks. I think I finally did it. Oh, excuse me.
Folks.
I think I did. I think I pushed the. I think I found the ticker button. Boom! There you go. And Luke's laughing. It's like no whammies, no tickers, no bunsies. Stop.
Tickle button, all right.
Oh, excuse me.
Oh God.
And Luke, just imagine this in your head, in your brain. What if at Wheel One we decide, oh well, maybe we should do like a Bunzi buddy kind of show, and try not to do something similar to what Alex does, but do something, give it all take, give it all vision, and give it a and slap a show 18 rating, because yes, folks,
show 18.
because we're gonna be replacing the M to 18.
Oh.
Instead of saying M, it would be 18.
Speaking
but
of
anyway,
remix, I hate to interrupt this. But,
yeah, I know.
But
slow down.
Streams again. And besides Twitch, you may have to do, like, let's say, go ahead and do the. When I do eligible, since I do eligible react, we can do replays if you want, just like you did on Twitch.
Yeah, there's a possibility.
And just like one example is my LGBM videos, like on YouTube, for example.
And I gotta look up a calendar, because I want to do this on July 4th, if I can.
It was not very timing, because it's also my.
That'll be on a Tuesday.
Okay.
Yeah, because what I want to do on July 4th, not only to do the 4th of July Take It But Live special,
okay,
but also do a Windbreak 96 July 4th stream.
Okay.
Because I'm sure everybody enjoys the action-packed game of Windbreak 96, where you got one computer player, with that gun weapon and whatnot, and then the computer player just goes like boom, 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 and then and completely humiliate the player.
When you're done doing these two streams, because I really have to take a day off from work.
Like I said, go ahead, Luke.
Because I really want to finish off, let's say, LGBT special event on 4th of July. That's going to be very interesting,
Yeah. Well, and again, it's like, again, Windbreak 96, and the computer's like, and then, and then just shoots down, shooting the Brits, and also shooting the player's pattern and whatnot, and it just goes berserk like, and then that little pattern gets, shrinking down and gets so eeny tiny that there's a good chance that it's not going to hit the ball. Excuse me. And then the ball's going to go down, and then the players are going to cry in pain, and they're both going to lose a life because they're not doing teamwork. They just want to, have that power up when it hits that pattern, and if it turns red, that means you got to be watching out very closely, because if you can now when I played this game, when I played this game, and I was playing it to the computer. And what would happen is, okay, well, if he gets this power up where he shoots, and whatnot, then I gotta make sure that I can avoid it. But how, and of course, as long as there's one ball in the game, then I can stay away from getting shot to death and whatnot by the computer player, and making that paddle so tiny to the fact that I'm pretty much screwed. Um, and
Oh,
then yes, Luke.
it's hard, but once I finished reacting to some videos, like episodes 1,271 to 1,285, I'll do some highlights regarding the Windbreak 96 marathon highlights.
Yeah.
Just for you to maybe you would try to
Awesome.
watch.
Yeah. Well, anyway, when and if I can get this Paul up, you know what I'm gonna do? Not only I'm gonna take out the bricks, but the computer player who kind of dismantles the my paddle and whatnot, the little straight line paddle where you catch the ball and from not going down into the pit. Well, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to smash that keyboard thing, and I'm going to do boom, 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 and then I'm going to try to take out the computer. Like, okay, well, like I said, I'm going to get my revenge on you. I'm going to come up there and I'm going to and then get rid of the computer player, and I'm going to humiliate the computer player, like pow, 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 and then
Wow.
and then completely dismantle the computer player, because I play aggressive on Winbrook 96. That's how fun this game is.
It's gonna be exciting.
I know, Lou. And for you headphone users, I do apologize, but I just wanted to simulate how aggressive I can be in Winbrook 96, because it's such a fun game, my favorite game ever, and you guys enjoy the live stream that I do. Oh man, it's just that game just holds a lot of memories for me. It's just a fun game. Uh, and I'm sure that Luke enjoys the entertainment value. Well,
I
wait till
enjoyed
you.
pieces of these Windbreak 96 marathon highlights. The thing is, I was doing work while he's doing
Yeah,
Windbreak 96 marathon thing for
exactly.
3 hours straight. Because I was just trying to get
Well,
work
yeah,
while he's and that's why I was taping some projects in between watching 5 to 10 minutes of this 3 hour stream.
well, I just want to do that because because it's fun to do, and it's a tradition, and because and being at the hotel, I wasn't really able to stream it, because I had crappy Wi-Fi and everything, and it wasn't really my Wi-Fi, and yeah, it was just a nightmare to do a stream over there and whatnot. But it's great, doing the Winbird 96.
It's great for you at least.
And again, Luke, wait till you see a stream where it's not going to be a demo. It's going to actually be me against the computer player. No commentary, because I want to do a no commentary, so that way I can cuss out and say things that that I don't want to say on the stream. But doing a no commentary, I'll just do it, and you guys can witness when I get that power up, and I'm gonna fire like boom 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 boom,
Yeah,
and kill the computer player before he kills me, and I'll
yeah,
be so angry when he takes me out,
yeah, because
and I'm gonna call him a punk.
yeah, that'll be the same actual day as the Elgin TV special event that I'll be doing, and we'll watch it. So there you go. That'll be extremely fun. So that'll be something I can do with my family after the
Yeah.
stream that Remix is doing. So there you go.
Hi, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I was discussing of Winbrook 96.
Yeah, I love that game.
I do too. It's an amazing game on
Cool.
Windows 95. It was actually on the Galaxy of Games series that came out between 94 and 97.
Oh, cool.
And it was a bunch of shareware games that you could play.
Got you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Galaxy and the only one I had was Galaxy of Games 3 that came out in 95.
Come on.
And then I had Mahjong. I don't know when that came out, but I had Mahjong, which had those John games that the guy did. And believe it or not, this guy who made those games, he is actually I believe he is a Syracuse native, if I'm not mistaken.
Definitely.
But yeah. So he's the guy responsible, for bringing us these awesome, John games. Spill John, Wayne John, and Mahjong. Those kinds of games, puzzle games and whatnot.
Yes. Absolutely.
Uh, but yeah, so that's the thing. Let me see if I was right. Because, like I said, the one of the things about Syracuse has to be the amazing German Frank hot dogs.
I'm back.
I love the German hot dogs.
Hi, Luke. Welcome back.
Yes.
Yeah, because the German brand hot dogs, they have that nice snap when you bite it, and it's just out of this world. And
Yeah.
the one hot dog company based in Syracuse, New York, has some of the best hot dogs you'd never eat.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And they're unlike any other hot dog you ever put in your mouth. Because, like I said, these are German flank hot dogs, and these are some of the best hot dogs ever. And I will say it does get pricey when you do get them.
Yeah, especially the fact I love these things like number one, like that things ever. Pretzel dogs. They're the greatest.
Yeah.
I love
Find it.
pretzel dogs too.
Because buying a 2 pound bag of those Hoffman hot dogs, because based in Syracuse, New York, like Tops, because New York we have Tops and whatnot. You
Yeah.
can get them for like they cost like $18.50.
Yeah.
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 So it's not your traditional hot dog like a Nathan's or Hebrew National. Because like I said, it has to be the all beef hot dog. You don't want it to be nasty like Ball S. 'Cause Ball S is on the bottom of the food chain.
Just like he did, take Big Live number 10, it's like nasty hot dogs. And it's like and
Well, I mean, it still is. I don't like them. That's why I like all beef hot dogs. Like Ballpark. Ballpark is good.
yeah.
Hebrew National is excellent. Nathan's are the best. But yeah, Ball S, it's in the bottom of the food chain. We don't ever talk about that crap.
Oh, it's nasty.
Yeah, it's not that great.
When he did Take Big Live number 10, and I was doing a reaction video of it years later, I thought, oh my god, so hilarious to watch. And he was like, nom, 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 nom. I was like, stop. Seriously.
Yeah. Like I said, I don't know what planet I came from after I did that. I probably lost my mind so much, I just don't know what I was eating. It was just a bad form of nastiness. I just don't understand.
I understand the Hebrew. It's just hilarious at the same time when he did things like that, especially the fact that I was just did a reaction video over there, and I didn't invite Marshall as a guest, but
Oh yeah, yeah.
And years later, when I did my reaction, I was like, pausing a moment. I was so screwed.
Yeah.
But
Well, I mean, it's either that or have somebody throw a pie in your face and be like, "See, I told you so."
Yeah, it
I,
was gonna get grayer.
my favorite hot dogs are that bread.
When it comes to these wiki pages, go ahead.
Remix, did you ever eat that bread or best hot dog?
I don't know.
Um,
Best comes in that bread, red, white, and blue.
Excuse
oh
me.
boy.
Those two are good. And I like Neapolitan knockwurst for an Italian hot dog.
Hmm.
Ooh.
Those are awesome.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, but yeah. So, but yeah. So again, German flank hot dogs. Frankfurters, whatever you want to call them. The German brand hot dogs. Again, have a nice snap to it. And they're fully cooked, and you can cook them any way you want to.
Mm-hmm.
I like them, cooked and everything, heated up and everything, and
Mm-hmm.
because eating it straight out of the package, it's just, it's well, like I said, for the
Yeah.
ultimate experience, you put it in a frying pan, or you do it in a grill, do it in the microwave, however you want to do it, and yeah, they're some of the best hot dogs. But again, they're really expensive, so
They are.
especially the 18.50 a bag,
Yeah.
which is
Exactly.
insane.
It's a shame. Yeah. But it is. I meant to say it's same. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
it is insane.
same. Yeah. Same. Yeah.
Because hopefully, the food prices come down, and that way, ease up the whole inflation and whatnot.
Yeah. Well. Okay. But anyway. Yeah.
Paying too much for for the grocery stuff,
Yeah. It was.
Yeah.
but
It could be too much.
especially when you do an Instacart order and you want to be able to get the stuff you want, and then wait for it and whatnot, and do an Instacart that supports food stamps,
But
because it'd be awesome.
yeah.
Uh,
I was gonna do Instacart, but my mom and my stepdad doesn't understand what Instacart is. They don't do. My mom doesn't do social media at all.
yeah. Well, it's like I said, Billy doesn't have a clue either. I mean, well, because like I said, Food Lion is one of the stores that that you can Instacart.
Yeah,
You know,
I was gonna teach mom how to do, let's say Instacart, but that was one of the main problems with my mom. She does play on her phone.
well, like I said, it's really simple. I don't want to be the whole John Madden thing, but it's really simple.
Oh,
You enter in your address, where you live and all. And make sure it's the right address that you put in, the right zip code, and then and then you select the store, that Instacart
yeah,
supports of the
good.
supermarkets, and then you choose it and find the stuff you want to buy.
Kind of stuff. Exactly. It could be anything.
And then once you do it, add a call, and then you wait for the shopper, and it's pretty simple, and you just wait for the shopper to begin shopping items that you selected, and and then wait
Wait,
and
yeah,
see if the item you want is in stock.
yeah.
And if it's not in stock, then you just replace or get a refund,
Hmm.
and then after the person shops for all the items, then you just wait, and
Hmm.
and uh, and you see the guy bringing the groceries to you. It's like an online grocery delivery, made
Yeah.
easy for everybody who can't get to a supermarket to get what they
Wait,
need.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Also, I like to use ShopRite.com to get my groceries.
Oh yeah, ShopRite.
Yeah, ShopRite. Never heard of that site, no.
Yeah, it's a grocery store in New York City and New York, Pennsylvania, along with the New England neighborhoods. Also,
Okay.
Instacart one time, and it was good.
Okay.
I think what from I forgot what you called. Yeah, Acme. Yeah, Acme on the other side of town. It was too
Okay.
easy to go there, so I had a good experience with Instacart. Much better than DoorDash.
Yeah, it was great with DoorDash, especially Instacart. Yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, it's pretty simple, for Intercall.
Yeah. It's quite simple, yeah. I had to
You
try.
know, and it's a free account. And if you want to, save on shipping and and reduce the service fees, then there's always Intercall Plus where you get a lot of benefits and whatnot and save money and whatnot. And it's worth it, for people who want to, get their groceries delivered,
Yeah, please.
for convenience sake.
Yeah, it could be insane. If I tell my mom, whenever it's a rainy day or take it easy day, weekends, my dad,
Or whenever you're sick.
whenever I'm sick, yeah, exactly. Then Instacart can help us, especially DoorDash.
Yeah.
They're both excellent.
Yeah, well, and Chris has, a bad experience about what happened.
With DoorDash in particular. Oh, yes. Many of them.
Yeah.
But there were some good dashers, door drivers. Just the bad ones ruined it for them.
Oh, I know.
And they used to dash for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just really depends.
Yeah, well, it depends.
It's
One time, I hate to interrupt, but one time I have a bad experience, but they ordered back and I got it taken care of. That was it. That's why I love DoorDash. It's just my brother is always a fan of DoorDash and always will be.
Yeah.
Well, and you had a problem with the subway thing too.
Yeah.
That it was a quite painful experience.
I was going to mention earlier, and while I was doing DoorDash orders / lunchtime episode, it was a 2-hour crossover special event. Yeah.
And like I said, I mean, some people who want to do the restaurant and they just want to treat customers like crap. Then especially like in Connecticut, and people just give you subpar food that you paid a lot of money, and then they give you crap food. And then you have to give them a 1-star review.
A 1-star review, and yes, what happened to that one order? It ordered the wrong house in my neighborhood.
Yeah, that's always something you don't ever want that to happen.
That's what my mom said.
Because you'd be affiliated with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just it'll make you yank your hair out like that.
Long hair, and I'm not gonna let this thing long hair go yank it too much. No.
You'd be like a gorilla pounding your chest, like, "Where's my food?"
No.
It's like I'm getting angry. I'm getting anxious. It's like just imagine if a gorilla would order 5 bananas and whatnot, and he orders it on Instacart, and then he flips out and pounds his chest like, "Where are my bananas? I need them."
Oh God.
Yeah. And I need them before somebody steals it from me. And if they do, I'm gonna come after you and I'm gonna take them.
Oh God.
I know. It's just I want my bananas.
Oh God.
I'm going crazy. I want bananas.
I want bananas.
Even DK himself want bananas, and he goes crazy over them, especially in the Mario movie.
Yeah. The fight scene I love the most. Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, but yeah, so the movie's doing really well. I just checked on iTunes today, and it is the #1 movie on iTunes.
Absolutely. Wow.
Yeah.
So, and when the Blu-ray one comes out, it's probably gonna dominate the Blu-ray charts too,
Yeah, it cannot wait.
and beating out everybody.
It'll dominate everybody. Yeah, because I was supposed to get it on and supposed to be here by June. Instead, it'll be delivered here January. I cannot wait till January 2024. I'm like,
Well, like I said, well, it'll probably be June or July.
June, July, yes.
It ain't gonna be 2024 because like I said, the movie's already available on digital.
Yes.
And I bought it on that particular morning on May 16th.
Yeah, May 16th.
When it came out.
Mom's 62nd birthday. And
then I bought it for $30 and there you go.
But yeah, it was great, yeah.
So and just imagine, for people who gonna buy like an iPad Pro or an iPad Air, with the amazing screen. I would just imagine them having those two iPads, either one, and watch the Super Mario Brothers movie on their iPad.
Yeah.
And it's gonna look phenomenal on either the iPad Air or the iPad Pro.
Or on Peacock, rather.
Because like I said, iPad, is used for everything, for watching movies. And soon you'll be able to edit videos and stuff with Final Cut on an M1 or an M2 iPad.
Mm-hmm. It was great.
But for watching movies, media consumption, yeah, I mean the iPad is awesome for that. And just like I said, the colors are gonna really pop when you watch that movie on the iPad Air.
It'll be great because you see, it will be like a rainbow, like a gold.
Yeah, and a colorful rainbow, yeah, and but there you go. So
what someone brought me on like months ago from essay,
Mm-hmm.
I know nobody cares about this anymore, but I got it anyway,
Yeah.
It's a rare blank essay, rare blank rainbow VHS tape. And pretty funny story, however. A Facebook group that goes by the name of VHS collectors and traders did a VHS copy of Super Mario Brothers movie. Like, okay, why is it going to exist? Why am I joining this Facebook group?
Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows?
I mean, saw a friend by named Alec Behan. I'm like, wow.
It's probably somebody who rides on the choo-choo train so much.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, some career of VHS collector / traders is keep doing new movies on VHS all the time. Like, geez, how's that gonna work out?
Yeah. I don't know what medicine he's on, but I mean, who knows?
I don't know either. Yeah.
Unless if he ate too much tomato pies, I don't know. then he's really in trouble.
Yeah, because one thing when I saw on DVD, Blu-ray, things like that, yeah, because this year's copy, Not 4K Blu-ray, but this is it.
Yeah.
This is a classic Minnie and Mickey. This is all Disney 100.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, it was basically it. As I saw my
$10 for this game.
$10. Yeah, we're over nearly 2 hours and 30 minutes.
Yeah, almost 2.5. I know, but I mean, this is the last stream for the month of May, so why not do it. Well, like I said, I'm gonna end the stream, shortly because but I do want to talk about the video game stuff. Go over that, real fast, and then do the whole ice cream truck thing that I wanted to discuss.
Here we go.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the amazing thought jokes of yours truly, and of course Winbrook96. Well, one day when I get something that I can play that game, I'm gonna do a stream of it or do a video of it, and you guys are gonna see me try to humiliate the computer player. Because again, when I get that power up, not only I'm going to be destroying bricks, but I'm also going to destroy the computer player who's going to try to take me out with a rocket launcher. Like, oh no, you won't, and like, no, you ain't. You're not going to take me out. Nope, not going to let you do it.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, that game, I get so aggressive on that game, it's not even funny. But the only thing you got to watch out though in that game is a lot of dangerous traps or a lot of dangerous stuff that you don't want to get, like the death pill, for example. Because a death pill is not good for your health. It even says so when you get it by mistake, and then it says a death pill is not good for your health. I'm like, you think?
Okay.
And or if you hit the element, it's gonna say those things are nasty. Or if you hit the bomb twice when it comes back to you, and then the text will say it's not a good idea to hit that bomb twice.
Wow.
Yeah, because you can only hit it one time, and if it misses, then you gotta let the thing drop below. Because if you accidentally hit it again, then you lose a life, and it's gonna tell you're not supposed to hit it twice.
Yeah.
Because the game has a lot of humor too, on top of the fun gameplay. Now, like I said, I mean, it's a lengthy game. Don't know how many levels there are, but it's just a fun game that I want to. And again, this is something I want to do as a stream, and I want to, do a no commentary so I can cuss and whatnot, and just have fun, and also try to avoid getting shot to death by the computer player who gets that rocket power up and try to either destroy the blocks around them or probably take me out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because, like I said, you only get one shot if you get multiple shots if you miss, but you can only use and if you get like 2 or 3 power ups of that exact thing, then you can shoot up to 3, and then it's gonna end up destroying you. It's a fun competitive game. But yeah, the computer player can do a lot of nasty things in that game.
Mm-hmm.
It's either gonna have that gun thing that's gonna shoot you, or it's gonna have that rocket thing to take you out for a few moments, like 2 minutes at most, and then you get back into the action.
Yeah.
But Winbrook96 is such a fun game. It's just hilarious.
It's hilarious, yeah.
And I know Chris wants to see the amazing action of that game.
I would love to personally. That would be cool.
I'm just hoping he don't kill me when that when
I
he
would
gets.
never.
No. I mean the paddle. I meant the paddle.
No, the paddle. I'll try not. No,
the paddle. I mean, in the computer player game, like, oh my god, if he gets that rocket thing, I better make sure I dodge out of the way and don't hit the ball. That way I don't hit the walker thing and try to take me out.
Yeah.
Because like I said, the game gets competitive.
Yeah, the game is competitive.
You know, and a lot of weird things can happen. Either one of you hit the element and take you out for a few minutes, or a lot of crazy things. And you're gonna have like 30 to 35 balls on top of everything. It gets so insane with all the balls in the game. 25, 30 on screen.
Yeah.
There's throwing bricks left and right. And hitting the element too, and get rid of that before it takes you out. And it's just, this game is just something. It's a classic game on Windows, and it's one of the best games I've ever played on Windows.
Yeah.
It's just insane.
Yeah.
And so, like I said, yeah, I know. Right here on Toon Freaking Disney, I know. It's like, catch Windows 96 right here, only on Toon Freaking Disney.
Wow.
I just had to say it, Luke. I just had to say it. I just had to say it.
Anyway, no, I'm just let me just go ahead and press something to restart my YouTube thing real quick. But anyway,
I know, it's just crazy.
It's crazy. Yeah.
But yeah, Winbird 96, awesome game. Be doing the 4th of July special. And yeah, so that's pretty much on that. Winbird 96.
Wow.
A really cool game.
Very cool game.
So anyway, want to talk about this real fast, and because I've been streaming for like 2 hours and 30 minutes, and it's just crazy, I know. But it's go big or go home, as they say.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So what's going to the bedtime stories tonight? But I'll wait until Tuesday.
I'm gonna walk you to sleep and sing "Twinkle Twinkle Little Star." I don't know. Anyway. So okay, he was raised. Okay, so this guy's name's Steve Moath. He's the guy that founded the company that makes those games. Mm-hmm. He is actually raised pretty much in central New York. He was raised in Ithaca.
Wow.
Which is a city.
Well, anyway.
Yep, of New York. Yep, and Tompkins County.
Yeah.
So that's awesome.
Townsville from Powerpuff Girls, if I wish.
Yeah. So so he's raised in Ithaca. So that's where that's where he's raised from. And he's the guy that had his software company called Moathware.
Mm-hmm.
And is known for making those John games as well as the other games that he created. Yeah, so that's him, and he's still around.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, made a lot of games and whatnot. Yeah, he just made a lot of games. Mm-hmm. Too many to list.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Yeah, there's that. And then, of course, you can find it on the Internet Archive.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pinball Breakout. He did that one game that was kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot the name of it, but it was a cool game that he did. Okay, so let's see. Oh, I'm at 14%. Oh my god, it's a game over soon. Crap. Okay. All right. Well, let me get to the good stuff because I know you folks are waiting for me to talk about this. Well, guess what? Gosh darn it, I'm going to talk about it as soon as I can find it now because I lost it.
Yeah, you lost it. Yeah.
That was easy.
But yeah. Because everybody is waiting for WWDC. I know that Luke will be watching.
I'll be reacting to it on
And
the
it's gonna be
special.
huge.
Yeah, it's gonna be big. Days before I go to DC, and it's gonna be a huge trip after the first day until Sunday after I go to right after I do WWDC events for keynotes, which is huge.
Alright, so I got this right now here on Wikipedia, and this one we're going to talk about 1994 in video games, because obviously next year is going to be the 30th year of some of these amazing games that came out in 1994. We won't go over too much, but we'll save that for another for whatever stream we're going to do and whatnot. But anyway, 1994 saw many sequels and prequels in video games, such as the following: Super Metroid, Donkey Kong Country, Final Fantasy VI, Sonic 3 and Knuckles, Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo, and Virtua Fighter 2, and Doom 2, with new titles such as Daytona USA, Ace Driver, Alpine Racer, and Tekken.
Okay.
This year's best-selling video game console was the Game Boy.
Okay.
While the Sega Mega Drive / Genesis remained the best-selling home console, the 1994's highest-grossing arcade video game was Super Street Fighter 2 X, Virtual Fighter in Japan, and of course Daytona USA, Mortal Kombat 2 in the United States. And the best-selling home video game worldwide in 1994 is a game that I just mentioned, Donkey Kong Country.
Okay.
Cool.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
So so there's a lot of stuff that happened in 1994. Of course, the Mega CD only came out in Japan. Bandai released the Play, whatever, the home console. NEC releases the PC FX, and Sega. Excuse me. So Sega has something they did in 1994, and I remember this too because I never had this on my Genesis, but I remember playing it from somebody you know, I don't know who, but they had this service. So Sega introduced the North American cable TV Sega Channel in cooperation with Time Warner Cable. So Sega Channel was a big thing in 1994.
Okay.
Where for a monthly fee, they send you everything you need to get it set up, the cable, the cartridge itself, and the power adapter, and then you plug it in to the cartridge slot of Sega Genesis Model 1 or 2. Probably won't work in the third one, but obviously the Model 2, because that's when it came out in 93, so everybody was using the Model 2.
Okay.
But yeah, so Sega Channel with Time Warner Cable, and it provides Sega Genesis games via cable box. So it gave so before the Xbox Game Pass and the PlayStation Now and all these games on demand stuff, Sega had this all the way back in 1994 with the Sega Channel, and letting us gamers who owned the Genesis to be able to play the games they wanted to play, and even test drive a game. And this was huge back in '94.
Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, I again, I never had the Sega Channel, but I did play it in my lifetime, and I thought it was a cool service. Had especially that one music that kind of got me into, and that's the sports arena music or whatever. But yeah, the music kicks in and whatnot.
Yeah.
And of course, the service was discontinued in 1998. So that was, sad day for us.
Sad day, yeah.
Yeah, so also in 94, they released the 32X add-on, which was abysmal. The Sega Nomad, North America, and that was pretty cool. But again, the batteries, it just destroyed the batteries, just like the Game Gear. The Game Gear destroyed the batteries. So it was a nice idea to have a portable Sega Genesis, but what wasn't a good idea is having the battery life even worse,
Yes.
and that's just bad.
That's just bad,
Especially when you want to play like a lengthy game like I don't know Sonic 2,
Sonic 2.
or in this case the last Sonic game ever made for the Genesis, Sonic 3D Blast. You want to try to beat the game, but all of a sudden the battery you get a blinking red light. I'm like, oh my god, I want to beat this game, and then the battery dies out, and you get all the 7 chaos sandwiches, and then the battery goes down and it shuts off the handheld. And I'm like, oh my god, I get all 7 chaos sandwiches, and now I get a and you get so frustrated and upset, and that
Yeah.
was that was that was the downfall, is having a shorter battery life.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, don't get me started on the battery life on those systems.
Wow.
It was just pitiful, beyond pitiful.
Yeah.
Wow.
But it was a nice idea to have a portable Genesis. But like I said, 6 AA batteries. Do you really need all that batteries just to make the thing work? I mean,
Yeah.
because Game Boy did it right in '96. The Game Boy Pocket, and it only required 2 AAA batteries instead of the 4 back in '89 and '95.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
So I mean, what's better? 4 AA batteries or 6 AA batteries, or even 2 AAA batteries? You decide.
Yes.
Okay.
It's just, yeah. I mean, 6 AA batteries. I mean, really? It's like you have to buy the whole battery factory just to make the thing work. I mean, it's like like if you buy a lot of Duracells, or you buy a lot of Amazon Basic batteries, alkaline batteries, and then
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and on a work trip, yeah, forget about it. That's why
Yeah.
people took the Game Boy and then and played the Game Boy games, and they play whatever game they want to play, and beat it, in a work trip, and keep them occupied and not have to worry about the battery running out so fast.
Mm-hmm.
That's why the Game Boy dominated
Right.
the '90s. And then
Right.
in '95, with the Play It Loud series, which I had 2 out of the 6 colors they had, or 7. Um, I know it's just something. And yes, Luke, I know, Luke, get ready for a face palm. They also released on November 22nd the Sega Saturn home console in
Wow.
Japan.
Wow. Yeah. I'm not gonna facepalm this one, but I'm just reading stuff on Facebook.
SNK releases the Neo Geo CD home console, which had some of the worst loading times, whatnot, and I agree. And that did not do well. Really bad on SNK. And Luke, you're gonna love this, and you too, Chris. The PlayStation home console released on December 3rd, 1994.
Wow.
Amen. Yes.
Wow.
And this is awesome for me. Nintendo releases the Super Game Boy adapter for the Super Nintendo. That was an incredible accessory.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Just like the original NES with the NES Advantage, that big arcade stick thing, that is one of the best controllers ever.
Oh,
That
yeah.
to me,
Absolutely.
was the essential accessory.
I agree.
Is that NES Advantage from '87?
I love that personally.
That was awesome, and it had that slow motion, especially with games that constantly pauses, and it doesn't have this delay and whatnot. Just certain games don't work, but some do, like Adventure Island. That works really well.
Yeah.
Or even the unlicensed games like Crystal Mines, which is one of my favorite games from Color Dreams. And it's actually a great color dreams game because some of the games can be god awful, but not this one. That one you can do that. The Tetris on the NES, you can do that. And as long as don't have that effect of epilepsy, then then you can enjoy the slow motion of that game, by constantly pausing the game and But yeah, Adventure Island worked really well, and I played it on the NES Advantage. That's why I love that controller. It's an essential accessory, and that's, to me, the Super Game Boy was the essential thing for the Super Nintendo.
Oh, yeah.
Being able to play these awesome Game Boy games on the television.
Yeah.
Especially, Donkey Kong being my favorite, one of my all-time favorite games on the Game Boy. That was one of the games that you could play on the Super Game Boy. It was actually one of the first. But I didn't have the Super Game Boy, so I just put it into the regular Game Boy, and it played and black and white, and I was happy to play Donkey Kong on the go, because that's one of my favorite games ever made. That is a masterpiece.
Yeah.
I love that game so much. It's awesome. And of course, Atari discontinues the Atari Lynx. And the Atari Lynx, believe it or not, they actually had a sequel of Crystal Mines. Because there was one on the NES that was unlicensed, and then they brought over the sequel to the Atari Lynx, and it's the only Crystal Mines game to be licensed by a company, especially Atari, because Nintendo didn't license it because it came on that blue cartridge. That's why it was an unlicensed game, and it's one of my favorite games too.
Yeah.
And it came out in '89. It's such an amazing game.
Yeah.
I love that game so much.
Won't do the wrap-up parts because I'm getting tired tonight.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to hurry along. Yeah. So they. Oh, and yeah, I forgot about that game.
Yeah.
Whew. So I know, Lud. I know you're getting tired. I'm gonna try to speed it up here. That way we don't keep anybody waiting, because this has been a long stream. But anyway, the following titles that won Game of the Year: 1994 EGM Donkey Kong Country for the SNES. Game Informer. Oh, and Game Informer. Okay, also give it to that game. The Game Fan Mega Awards. Earthworm Jim. I remember that game.
Well,
On the Genesis, because I had the Genesis version. And I know Chris has heard of that game.
Yes. That's.
Of course, Clockwork Knight on the Sega Saturn. The Games Awards is the King of Fighters 94 on the Neo Geo. Ace Driver for Namco System 22. And of course, the Video Software Dealers Association is NBA Jam for the game systems by Acclaim.
Yes.
So anyway.
Gotcha.
Okay, so one last thing, and then we're gonna end the stream because Luke wants to go to bed. Because I'm eventually gonna walk him to sleep when this stream's over.
Oh.
And because he needs to do a bedtime story.
Well, actually, I have my bedtime story episode tonight, and tomorrow's gonna be canceled tonight. But I'll be in bed tonight before I have to go to work.
Yeah. Well, I know, but at least at least you're having fun tonight.
I'm fun, yeah. Thank you.
With the whole Winbrook 96 thing, and getting aggressive and whatnot. I mean.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So anyway, one last thing, and that is Ice Cream Truck. And for those of you who don't remember the Ice Cream Truck, well, it was really popular back then, and then now all of a sudden, you don't hear the famous ice cream truck music.
Oh God.
You know, and like I don't know, "Cooking on the Hill" or any other songs that you hear in that famous ice cream truck.
Yes.
And and I didn't mind that because that just brings back childhood. While everybody else, they just think that, well, let's replace this synthesizer thing and make it heavy metal, like Luke be like, and
Yes,
I'm sure Luke will be walking in the street like, heck yeah, heavy metal in the ice cream truck. I want some ice cream. And the
yeah,
heavy metal
yeah,
plays like,
yeah.
and then Luke just goes wild like a ape, who wants a banana. And
Or
yeah, so yeah, we do miss the ice cream truck, especially the music. I didn't mind that so much.
yeah,
Play school synthesizer. I
yeah, I
I
miss it.
I do miss it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially listening to like Tookie on the and a bunch of other songs you know that you get to hear in the ice cream truck. And
Gotcha.
yeah, and and the days of that is over, and we don't get to hear that anymore, which saddens me because that was my childhood, in my hometown, and Luke would say the same, and like
Yeah.
96, 97.
Yeah.
Wow. Exactly.
For us 80s kids like me and Chris, who
Yeah.
were born in
Maybe
the 80s.
Hey,
late 90s, 2000s kids like me.
Yeah, and I was 90s,
I
my
was
favorite generation.
in 90s, 80s and 90s. But I want to let you know, Remix, I'm working on a project where I'm going to rent or try to rent an ice cream truck that has all the retro ice cream favorites, or at least bring them back for a little while, at least if they can. That would.
Yeah, I know. That'd be great.
Mm.
And if you were here and I'll let you know when it comes, if I can get it, and we can enjoy it. Me, Remix, and if Luke wants to come, that would be good too.
It's good.
As long as they obey the traffic sign, the traffic and whatnot, and not break the speed limit.
It depends
So
on
hey,
my
want a
schedule.
free ice cream? Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, retro ice cream stuff makes me excited. It just puts a warm spot in my soul where I used to buy like loads of WWF. Now they're calling them WWE because of the
Yep.
WWF.
Yeah.
Mhm.
WWE
Right.
ice cream bars and flying saucers and UFOs from Carvel.
Yep.
I
It'll
love,
be fantastic.
yeah, I love tracking down ice in places like the Bronx, Brooklyn, Staten Island, Queens, where I used to live over New York. They used
Mhm.
to have all ice cream trucks all over. They had, what do you call it? Freezer Fresh, Good Humor, Lickety
Yeah.
Split. They had Ralph Size, Blue Sky Bar. They had Mr. Softy. They had like 5 or 6 or 7 different ice cream trucks out there.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Yes. And then they have their own. I don't remember. I know they have Mr. Softy and Freezer Fresh in Jersey.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, but those
So
are my favorite.
exactly. So anyway, Luke, what do you want to add on this?
It was just amazing because even though the whole what he said about ice cream truck renting thing, it just goes down the thing between the whole thing between 2014's live stream that he did 7.5 going do and
Well, Luke, if only they had Metallica playing in the ice cream truck, you'd be like, I want to ride with you on the ice cream truck, and then he just like, nah, I don't think so, because I'll lose my job.
yeah,
And
yeah. Even though I have the new album, I placed my box bill called 32 Seasons. That's a new album by
yep,
Metallica.
Yep.
Which
And
last month, 2 months ago, as a matter of fact, April 13th, 2022. I mean, 2023, excuse me. But
yeah, I think you're starting a time capsule, Luke.
no.
I think it's Mr. Bucket. It's like Mr. Bucket presents Time Capsule. It's a whole new game show where you get stuck in your very own time capsule.
I'm
If it was made into a game show, I don't think that would ever happen. I'll be
never
terrified.
No. It was
Um,
April 13th, 2023 that I saw the new album in theaters, and it
yeah,
was fantastic,
yeah. Um, so, and I was gonna say too, just imagine having an ice cream truck, going to a racetrack, and then that way you can like, oh my God, I'm doing 70 miles an hour on an ice cream truck, and I get a buttload of ice cream and whatnot.
Oh, wow.
And then just imagine taking the ice cream truck down to a racetrack, and then you be pushing the pedal to the metal, and then you be going insanely fast, and hopefully all the ice cream don't fall out, and you know and and
Oh,
and,
God.
and you, and you try not to throw an ice cream sandwich out the window, and then you leave a mess. It'd be a
No.
sticky mess, and you got full of ants and whatnot. I'm like, oh my God, like serious. I mean, yeah, well, Luke, that's what happened in Twisted Metal, where it became Sweet Tooth,
Yeah.
From good old Twisted Metal, because I am a fan of the game,
It was great.
especially 4.
Especially 94, yeah.
Yeah, I
It was
love Twisted Metal 4. Third one, it's okay, but I like the fourth one, and I like the second one, and I love Twisted Metal Black. That game is awesome.
It was awesome because it was amazing.
One of the first games to be M-rated.
And it's just like Mr. K said in Mr. K's Clubhouse. Don't give up. Always be kind. Follow your dreams, and you will be simply amazing. That was it.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, so so Twisted Metal 4 and Twisted Metal 2, Twisted Metal Black, and now it's gonna get a TV show on Peacock. So
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, again, Sweet Tooth, who drives the ice cream truck on the game, and he's actually the face of Twisted Metal, the video game.
Speaking of that phrase I've mentioned, here he is.
Uh-huh.
I mentioned him on LGBX,
Cool.
Because I was just showing you guys last 2 streams, and I got one of my giveaway prizes on the in Miss K's Clubhouse giveaway.
Wow.
Good stuff.
Yes, and that one carried the card book and the Barry VHS tape,
Yeah.
which is great.
Alrighty. Well, there you go about the whole ice cream truck thing, and again, lots of memories and whatnot. Going down the memory lane. Whether if it's that that ice cream thing that had that malted Whopper inside, and chocolate ice cream with the Whopper. And you gotta dig deep until you find the malted Whoppers. Because I remember that as a kid growing up, and I miss those.
It was great.
Yeah, and of course,
Fantastic.
yeah, and listening to the music in the ice cream truck. I mean, some people, get offended and whatnot, but I really enjoy, the music and whatnot. The simple things. And just listening to, Turkey on the Hill, or any of the other songs that they had on that. And to me, that's my childhood, and I miss it, and it was, and I do miss the ice cream truck music. But luckily you can hear it on YouTube. You can search for it on YouTube, so that's good.
luckily you do a search on YouTube, especially the fact because I was looking at the thing where I was reacting to Mr. K's Clubhouse Live, Jeff Quinn, the musician, and let me tell you, he's at after that magic show he has done, he sang some songs, like especially the fact it's kind of like Barney, Mr. Rogers, and Sesame Street difference, but Mr. K's Clubhouse is more different than that. But basically what I was trying to tell you is Mr. K's Clubhouse is gonna be an awesome YouTube, not YouTube, but basically a best TV show you ever watch. It's available on YouTube, and go check it out. But it'll be on PBS Kids. But anyway.
Yeah, and no Barney, no dessert for you.
No Barney.
And we are over 180 minutes, so that, my friends, I think we're gonna end it off here on that high note. And like I said, Barney, no dessert for you. You can't have any desserts, otherwise you're gonna have a massive dump in the toilet.
What?
And it's gonna mess up your stomach. But anyway, that's gonna do it for this stream. The BPT mini podcast Extravaganza for May 21st, 2023. Hope you guys enjoyed. And like I said, hit that notification bell icon so whenever I go live or I upload a new video. And again, thank you for enjoying the Sonic Mania clips and whatnot. As well as again, my Super Mario pre-order thing is at 700 views.
700 views.
Yep. So thank you, everybody.
Very exciting.
As well as that lap thing that I did in that Hot Wheels game on Xbox. So thank you guys, because that's at 100. So thank you guys for enjoying the stuff. And like I said, more be coming your way. Again, Winbird 96 4th of July stream to be determined, so stay tuned. And of course the showdown stuff that I'm going to be doing too, so stay tuned.
Stay tuned, folks.
And hopefully I can find that 4th player, and hopefully Billy can join us because I really want to make this happen.
Yeah,
and if we can't make it, then oh my God, what am I going to do?
I have to invite one other player to join in the fun for you if Billy can't join in the fun. If he doesn't want to join it, then I have to do something. Oh well.
So we'll see what. Well, I mean, if he wants to, to play, I mean, because that's what the showdown's all about.
That's what the showdown's all about. Because it's not about crying. It's about something that is like good game, people.
Yeah, it's all about competitive fun. That's what I like to do here on the channel.
It's about entertaining people. You can laugh and watch and be the guest wherever you want to. Anything. You get to be anything, whatever you want,
Yeah. And I will say, that I really did enjoy doing the 2-player game of Hangman on the FWL night finale. But again, what happened, with the the Mac, and that kind of killed and whatnot. But it was really my idea, and I thought it would be a great way to end off season 9. And then of course the Matt did it for you, which I'm still sad that it happened, but yeah, the 2-player Heyman was fun.
Coming soon, there will be a complete 9th season of FWO, but it caused that beep, and we're sorry, folks. Difficulties my end. See you next season. That's just me, and I will have to regard what's going on, but that's just it. I'm not gonna do that much of a drama happening like it did last stream again.
Yeah, I know, because you definitely don't need it.
But that's just it. I can't not talk about it anymore. But, I mean, what happened in the beginning of the stream, I was just furious. I just woke up my nap thinking, oh my God, what is this? I cannot, I get in this link in the stream. And
Well, like I said, we kind of rebounded, especially with the Wimbledon '96 and and everything else. So at least and we did talk a lot of stuff, for the 3 hours.
3 hours, because
So it was worth it, for to rebound and whatnot.
yeah, rebounding.
Um,
It was entertaining because you see
yeah, it is.
it was great because it would be great and fun and entertaining. But I thought it would be great to make your laugh your butt off. And I almost
Yeah, I
did.
know.
Not gonna happen in the other stream.
Yeah. Well, but like I said, again, hit the notification bell to be notified whenever I go live, or when I upload a new video. And if you like if you like what you see, hit the subscribe button and check out the other YouTubers, like Lou Jeffers and Post Christianity with his content on Retro Media Vision,
Yeah,
and Luke on his YouTube channel, the
yeah,
flagship
both
of
my channels.
FWL,
Yeah, both my channels. I'm on my main channel and my
and the
main
Abbey
channel,
Day and the '94 one.
and
Yep.
the other ones. I'm on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I'm on everywhere, guys. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
Luke,
I'm not
Luke
on.
from outer space.
yes.
Go ahead, Chris.
I'm sorry.
Oh, that's fine.
The only other thing I use is Instagram, and that's it on a regular time. I only use Facebook
Hmm.
to message people. I don't post really on Facebook anymore. But
Yeah, I don't blame you.
yeah,
Yeah.
but Instagram, and I use YouTube to post my videos, so catch me on there. Retro Media Vision Chris is my Instagram, and of course Retro Media Vision is my YouTube, and I have another YouTube called Chris Aerobics, and I have a couple of other YouTubes that I plan on making in the near future as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
I'm all over the place, guys, and of course, women'splum.site123.me, and everything. So they go on that. So, but anyway, guys, that will conclude tonight's epic extravaganza of the mini podcast. Even though we went on for 3 hours, probably longer than what it should have been, especially the second one, which is like 2 hours. But this one, I wanted to do something fun and spice it up for the third and final stream for the month of May. So I hope I redeemed myself with this,
Very good.
and kicking butt and whatnot. And again, the highlight of the stream would be the Wimbert '96, me, talking trash about the computer player and all that other stuff. So
That, and of course this whole I can't remember what it was in the stream, but yeah, it was hilarious to watch. Yeah, I'll figure it out.
so there'll be a lot of great moments.
We'll see.
So if you guys missed the stream, there's always a replay version for you all. And of course, we don't know if Bonzi Buddy's gonna end up, being tipsy and whatnot. So Bonzi, don't drink a lot of something that you don't need to consume, because you're probably gonna beat up your best friend and everything, and Bonzi's gonna go ape, and of course his game show's gonna get cancer and all that other stuff. So Bonzi, be careful, all right?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Anyway.
For Pete's sake. So, but there you go on that. So anyway, guys, there you go. And so I do want to thank Christianity for coming in tonight.
Thank you. It was my
And this was a fun stream. I'm sure he had a great time. I know I did.
I sure did. Yeah. Woo.
And all the amazing fault jokes and being a mess. Especially for Luke Jeffers, and especially the whole Wimbledon '96 thing.
Yeah,
So that was fun.
Yeah, you saw my fart recently when I was sitting at the chair.
Yeah. So anyway, guys, I think it's way past Luke's bedtime, because So anyway, Luke, go ahead and if you have anything, final thoughts, and then we'll end the epic stream for tonight.
First thing is, you're welcome. Second thing is, well, folks, I got some good news to share with you folks out there. 6,775 videos on my not yet. Actually,
No.
No, not yet. No.
7, yeah, I just put the buzzer on.
Okay, that was so close. I'm 1,775 plus up. Anyway, 7,675 videos on my main channel. And we're getting close to 7,700 videos on my main channel. Will I do it? Well, you just have to wait and see. However, the good news is on my main channel is that I'm almost there to 3,100 public watch hours. So it's getting closer to be 4,000 public watch hours. So be look out for that. And there you go. And if you look at my second channel, the good news is that, oh man, I wish I hold your breath. But the good news is my second channel is almost there to 4,000 public watch hours. In order to be there, you have to be in the 4,000 public watch hours. Otherwise, I can't do this whole be famous thing. And currently at 812 subscribers on my second channel. So, yeah, that's probably good news. So, on both of those things. So, there you go. And one final thing, and then I'll wrap things up, is I shot for not one but 2 purchases today, and the first 2 purchases are the only 2 purchases I got today is the Lion King 2019 edition movie, the book. That was it, and then I got Queen Rock Betrayal plus Live A on DVD. So there you go. So there you go on that. And that was it for me. Sue Jefferson Box of Baby. Back to remix and Chris Kenny whole entire thing. Anyway.
Let me exit the solo stream. There we go. And I am on the chat room. Remind everybody, thank you very much for tuning in. If I can type. No, not timing. Thank you very much for timing in. Like what? Okay. No.
Oh God, yeah.
All right, this was fun. Whoops. Okay.
Fun.
Yeah, it's like hello, I'm salt and I'm pepper. All right.
Yeah, it'll be like hello guys, this is something, but no, it's not hello. It's more of a rap.
Yeah, it's just imagine again putting shaking pepper and put it on the vanilla ice cream. Yeah. Yeah, I don't want to think about that. But anyway, so for Chris Kennedy and Lou Jeffers and everything here on BPT, I'm William Plum. Thank you all for tuning in, and this is royalty free. So hopefully they'll let me play this as this is a royalty free song. So, but anyway, guys. Thank you very much for tuning in, and here on Brandon Palmer Television, have more videos coming your way. So stay tuned. Sporadic whenever it comes. So be on the lookout for that. Anyway, guys, for Luke Jeffers and Chris Handy and everybody, it's really much fun. Have a good night, and thank you all for tuning in. And hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, all that good jazz. All right. So thank you very much for tuning in. And this will conclude the epic stream of this podcast for May 21st.
Yeah.
So long.
Bye. Thank you, everybody. Take care.